conversation. That's the best time to start.
I'm dead serious though. Start it off right now. Just go to ASMR. Just go to YouTube. Look how much money these people make.
Okay, you guys are live, by the way.
That's
can
fine.
do it.
Do it.
It's gonna be a segment.
Hey guys, today we're gonna be eating chicken wings. Well done. With some ranch on the side.
What?
What am I looking up?
Go to YouTube real quick. You think I'm
fucking
kidding? These people
hilarious.
make so much money.
Yeah.
Type in like ASMR. God.
Oh, I think I've heard of this.
Yeah, we've been
Look
we've been
right
whispering
there.
in your ear for
Look,
10 minutes.
Mouth sounds. You see?
No, mouth sounds is. Oh God. All right, whatever. Just do it.
It's eating.
I can't stand these videos.
Yeah, you see? That's the girl right there.
Which one? The trigger test?
Yeah, no, yeah. Her, she's the one who was in the hey, it's free real estate.
My favorite one's the one where it's like, what was it? The green apple, and it was a pepper.
Yeah, green apple.
Matt, look at
I
her.
can't do this.
Look at her views.
I can't do this.
Look at her views.
Look at her sub count.
Imagine having a daughter, and this is what she's doing in her room, making a shit ton of money. All right, I can't take it.
It feels very weird that
I
she's
can do
whispering.
it.
You can do it.
I can do it.
Do it. Make a channel.
Hey guys,
It's me. Not even like it's me.
they're gonna know me,
You heard it here first, folks. Bree's gonna make her very own ASMR
and
channel.
I can just eat.
I
All right,
can't do it.
Bree, you
And
wanna
that's-
introduce the podcast?
Sure.
Hold
Hey
on.
guys.
I gotta fix the computer.
Oh,
Okay, we're good.
you good?
Yeah.
Welcome.
Oh, you want me to keep playing it?
What? No, no.
Okay.
It's okay.
Okay, no, yeah, we're good.
All right, go for it.
Welcome to my channel.
Oh.
Today we're gonna be talking about menstruation and tampons and how to find your inner woman.
This will help a lot of guys right now.
Let's kick it off.
All right, what we're gonna be talking about, if you guys haven't seen already, Avengers just came out. It's been smashing every record known to
I'm
man.
pretty sure it's gonna make like $1 billion soon.
I don't even know what it's at right now, but the
I saw
box
that
sales.
number thrown on some.
What was number one before this?
Black Panther.
Was it?
Yeah.
I just smashed that. Like
It probably
It
was.
was.
Matt, look up the box office sales for Avengers. It was ridiculous.
ASMR close up personal attention for you to sleep.
ASMR Infinity Wars.
It's just a bunch of people fading away.
Should I look up ASMR Infinity?
No, please don't. I have the stones. He's
He goes to like the Stark building. Hey, and he's like hiding it behind his hand. He's like, hey. He goes like this.
it's free real estate.
No, he pulls his hand out from behind him, and they're all looking at him. He's like, I have the stone, and he snaps his finger.
I have the stones.
Jesus.
900 million.
Jesus.
See, it's getting there. It's close.
So what was Black Panther at?
I don't know.
$400 million was second weekend ever. Oh,
Jesus.
That's so much money. It's
off of
ridiculous.
One movie.
The original Avengers
They-
was
they
1.5.
spent- They
1.5. What's it? 1.185 billion.
They spent $200 million making the movie, and they got
Yeah.
fucking almost I don't even. What is that number? 100 million? No. Wait. Whoa. I don't know math.
I can't,
I
Matt.
can't.
All right. Well,
comprehend.
we're definitely gonna be spoiling stuff in this. So right off the bat, Matt, if you want to see the video I sent you in the emails, this is why we need to spoil things. Because if not, we're just gonna be doing absolutely no talking. The video right there
Left or right?
to the right.
Oh.
This is literally what we'd be doing if we didn't spoil anything. So the entire podcast. So right off the bat, what was your favorite top 3 Marvel movies right now?
Oh shit! I've probably only ever seen 3 fucking Marvel movies.
What?
but
What were the 3 Marvel movies that you've seen?
I don't know.
Black
I'm
Panther.
not a like huge Marvel guy. I don't want to get crucified now. For
All right,
that,
what's
but
your-
I'm just,
what's your favorite?
Opinion.
What's your favorite?
Yeah.
I don't know. guess
You can't be wrong.
Infinity War was good. Thor is good. All the Thor movies.
You didn't see Ragnarok. You
Shut
didn't see
the
any of the Thor movies.
Yes, I did. I saw the first two.
Oh, well, you missed the best one.
And Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh yeah, that one's good.
Which one's your favorite?
Oh man, Guardians of the Galaxy.
What's your favorite?
It was top 3. The second one, yeah. Because
I
the
like the-
writing's good.
Black Panther and Thor Ragnarok. I thought were really good.
Yeah. But
Thor Ragnarok was amazing. I hated the other two Thors. Hated them.
Why?
I don't know. I just didn't like them. I didn't like Thor as a character. I didn't like anything.
I mean, to be honest with you, out of all the Avengers, I think Thor is like
A beast.
he's
Yeah, now he is.
He was always a fucking.
Nah, I
beast.
didn't like him that much back in the day.
He was always a fucking beast.
But pretty much, the movie, it did not go in the direction I thought it was going in at all. It really didn't. Because by the
The movie was
trailers
great.
and everything like that, I was so thrown off. I thought everyone was going to be together the entire movie.
No.
Yeah, everyone was split up the
Yeah.
entire movie. I wasn't expecting that. Because in the trailers, everyone's running together in the woods and everything like that. And the movie went by like that.
Yeah.
Like,
It
no? It was almost 3 hours.
did. Yeah, you can say that it did.
Because how long was the last Star Wars movie?
We're on the same dude. The
But that movie felt like it went
we
on.
should have because it was fucking bad.
Yeah, I took a nap.
It was a bad movie. The movie was bad.
No one likes that movie.
Yeah, nobody likes it.
It's like
for a good reason.
Everybody hated it so much, and I knew that going into it. So I was watching it, and I really, really wanted to like it. And I came out of it like I almost was forcing myself to like it. And I'm like, no, it wasn't that bad. It was good.
No, it
Fuck
was
the
bad.
fanboys. And then as time went on, I'm like, I fucking hated this movie. Like
No.
I didn't realize it at first, but it's just bad writing.
One thing-
It's just bad writing.
One thing that I could not like, when I saw it in the theater, I was like, "What the fuck is
The Leia
going
scene?
on?" Oh my god, dude! How do you get blown into fucking space,
Mary Poppins.
Yeah, dude, that scene
Dude,
was horrible. Did you see that scene or were you asleep by then? When Leia
No, I
just
woke up.
dude,
at the
she
end.
got blown to fucking hell, and she's like, "You know what? Fuck you. I have the Force. You don't. I live. You don't."
Leia literally got shot into space,
And then that fucking
and then just floated back into the ship.
that chick with the blue hair, whatever
Yeah.
the hell she
but,
was.
But she has no other powers. That's the best part about
She
Princess
could
Leia.
float when she's
she can float
unconscious.
in space when she wants to get out of trouble. But besides that, she's of zero help to anybody.
And then going that fucking captain, commander, admiral, whatever she was of all the ships. Remember when she was waiting to go into whatever that shit is called, when they go to light speed, and she was gonna go into light speed in the big ass destroyer. Dude, she waited till there was like 2 escape pods left. She was sitting
It
there
makes no sense.
watching them get blown up, and then when there was 2 left, she was like, "All right, now I can go."
It makes no sense. And people are like, "Oh, you're critically looking at a child's movie with adult logic." Like, no, it should still be a good movie.
Yeah,
it should still make
regardless.
sense. There's a suspension of disbelief. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like
where you could accept, space powers and this and that, but to just like make giant plot holes like that. All right, so if you could send something into hyperspace, right? And just suicide bomb it into a ship. Why wouldn't they do that with all of their ships? Forget missiles, forget bombs, just keep throwing hyperspace ships at things. But nope, we won't explain that. We'll just make it dramatic and, she killed herself to save everybody. Blah, blah, blah.
This is a great Infinity War podcast.
No, but
we're
he's right though, because like you said, like the excuse for it being a kids movie.
having.
Avengers was still kids friendly because the way everyone died, it's not like everyone was like just dead corpses
Like
everywhere, like a
mutilated,
rapture.
yeah.
It was just they all disappeared into dust.
You want to make everybody like it.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Most
instead,
fails.
Star Wars did a terrible
Most
job
people
of
don't
doing
like it.
that.
You imagine trying to get your kid to sit through Star Wars for that 3 hours.
No, I
Well-
couldn't do it.
a kid would though, a little kid, because they're just like, ooh, things blowing up. You know what I mean?
But most
Like,
of it was
they don't- they
just
give a
in
fuck.
space with a ship behind them the entire time, just shooting at them.
That was like half of the whole
40 minutes of runtime was.
That's why I can't watch Lord of the Rings, because it's just them walking through the forest and walking through the mountains.
No.
The whole movie. The whole movie, they're just walking through the
Alright.
wilderness.
Alright.
I
All right,
couldn't do
you
it.
see,
No.
you
No.
no. I'm with Brie on this. You kind of have a point, but Lord of the Rings,
That
bro,
was my childhood.
I've cried to those movies.
Me too.
You think? I swear to God,
I cried too when they were walking through the woods for the 15th time.
nothing will ever compare to the first time I saw Gandalf fall down to the fucking Balrog. Oh my God, she knows it. She knows it. She
It was
knows
so
it.
bad.
Oh my God, my heart.
I have to rewatch those movies.
Oh, it's on Netflix. One of them.
Oh, God.
I have all
one
three
of
of
them.
You're one of them.
Really, just one of them?
The first one.
Netflix is flagging with a lot of things.
No, it's not.
Yeah, they don't have Infinity War.
They're not gonna have that.
But the movie went quick for me. I don't know for you. Like when it
Nah,
ended,
it went by pretty.
when it ended, I was like, oh shit, it's over. Like I really wasn't expecting it to just end the way it did.
Yeah, that when
With
like
the
after he sat
cliffhanger?
down and it went to
Well-
the credits, I was like, damn. So it ends like that. I was like,
was-
shit.
Everyone dies.
It was a shit show. I was watching a bunch of stuff yesterday. Some of the stuff just I don't know. What do you even want to talk about first? There's so much crap.
The beginning.
The begin, I guess. It just went straight into 2 deaths.
Loki dies.
We missed a little bit of it. I
Lo-
mean, Loki got smoked. The gatekeeper. he
Yeah.
It's weird though because
Idris Elba.
Loki.
did. She doesn't call it.
What's
she
his
doesn't-
name?
She doesn't call him
I
by
know what? It's so
by
bad.
his character's
Because I saw the
name.
video yesterday on YouTube and it said his name. I still don't know.
All right, so in Thor Ragnarok,
That's
there's
so
a
funny.
gatekeeper.
Idris Elba.
That's
the
his
actor's
real
name.
name.
When she like when I forgot when we were walking in and we missed a little bit of it, and obviously we saw Loki die, and then I was like, who else? And she was like, oh, Idris Elba. I was like, wait, is that the
The gatekeeper.
Who else dies? Chris Pratt. Like what?
everybody fucking dude? Everybody.
So-
All the Chris's.
The way Loki died, I don't think he's coming back. He's gone. He got choked to
But
death.
he's been dead before.
yeah,
All right, he's coming back.
I want him to come
the
back.
thing though,
he's
is
mischievous.
all these deaths though, I don't think they're going to be that impactful because I think they're all just going to come back.
I don't think everyone's going to come back.
In the comics, they reset it by getting the gauntlet and then just
Oh, yeah.
reversing everything.
But what about Gamora?
She's alive.
Are you sure?
It's confirmed.
Is it?
She's in the
The
Soul Stone.
realm or whatever the fuck.
Oh, okay.
The
Good.
director confirmed it that she is still in the
Oh well,
Soul.
that actually makes sense because you have to give up something or someone that you love.
Yeah, but in
to
the
get
next
it.
Guardians of the Galaxy, it's just gonna be like her movie. She's
Oh
gonna
yeah,
be
she's
the main one.
she's taking over as the.
But I thought it was like a prequel. To
I mean, it probably is. Ant-Man's coming out soon. That's gonna
Dude,
be.
who gives a fuck about it?
I didn't see him.
No, but I'm saying that's
like, come on.
Ant-Man's before Infinity Wars when it comes out. So it's just like their timeline's all over the place right now, which is annoying because it's like they were doing good in like a nice orderly fashion. Now it's just like all over the fucking place.
yeah.
It's pulling a Star Wars right now. So that happened. All the stones. The first stone he got was which one?
He had one of them already. No, he
Originally.
had two of them
He
already.
had the Space Stone first, cause.
And then he got the blue one.
Oh
From
yeah, and then
Loki.
he got that one from
the
Loki.
Space Stone, yeah.
the reality one.
And then the next
got
one-
off screen.
The next one I think he got was the time one.
No.
No, it was the
Time
reality
was
one.
Doctor Strange. He got that
Yeah.
one last.
So it was no, the last one he got was whatever was on Vision's head.
Well,
Remember
yeah,
that one?
technically.
Oh, yeah.
But he got the reality one next, which was off screen
Mm-hmm.
because they showed up and it was already he already had it.
That's when he had the foot. on
When that
the
happened,
side.
I was like, "What?" I was like, "Damn, she actually stabbed him in the neck."
Oh yeah, when that
Yeah,
when
that
that
was
happened,
really
that was
quick.
crazy.
I
That was
know.
crazy. Like I wasn't expecting that, and then once everything changed, I was like, nah, but because the only reason why I'm not a huge fan of Marvel movies is because I feel like PewDiePie made a video and like they feel like kind of like oversaturated in a sense. Like all the normal ones, like the Avengers, okay. Well, no, the Avengers kind of falls into the same category, but they all feel like big bad guy wants to destroy the Earth or the universe. The Avengers, no, you can't do that. We stop. The movie's over. Like
Yeah.
that's how I felt a lot of the movies.
But this
were.
one's different. They're actually getting their ass kicked.
Yeah, that's
A
what
lot.
made it a good movie. And it didn't end. It wasn't a happy ending.
When she told Star-Lord to kill her because she knew something Thanos didn't, I was like, "What the hell does she know that he doesn't know?" And then eventually it revealed that she knew where the Soul Stone was,
Yeah.
which I still didn't even realize that till after the fact. I was like,
Nah.
"What the hell does she know?"
No,
It just didn't click in my head at all.
what really made the movie, like what really made me like the movie, was the whole situation with the Time Stone and Doctor Strange and everything. Because remember when he was like losing his shit?
Yeah, I thought
When
he was just having
when
a
he
seizure.
when he was looking at all the possibilities and stuff.
Is that you trying?
Yeah.
Do it again.
No, I'm not doing it. But and then after he was like, "Oh, there's only one scenario where
One
we
of the
win."
14.6
Yeah.
million.
And then after he gave it to him and said, "Let Stark live," after that whole conversation that they had about like, "Oh, if I have to let both of you die, I will."
Yeah.
And then he just gave it up like that. Like that, at that point, because I didn't think about it, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And it pissed me off. But
It's
then,
the one
He
outcome.
is-
but then I remember I told you I was like, I hate that he just gave it up like that, but it makes sense that he did.
Well, we'll get back to that in a second. But there's a lot of things in the movie that just shouldn't have happened, but because it's a movie, it happened.
Like what?
Like what?
Star-Lord fucked up so much shit in that movie.
Oh yeah,
He's half human.
So you don't punch Thanos in the face because you're
The
about to
love
take.
of his life just died.
So you're gonna kill half the universe.
if I
because-
died, what would you do? Stand there?
He's gonna snuff the
do you
shit
want
out
him?
of Thanos.
Do I want you back or
Stand
no?
there? Stand there.
He has
Not
the
gonna
Soul
hit him?
Stone in his freaking
You know
hand.
what? It's okay. He made a mistake.
It's too late.
It happened.
He's a dumbass.
It happened.
All right, whatever. But out of the 14 million, the one chance that they're gonna win is that he had to give him the stone.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then, ironically enough, all the original Avengers are still alive.
You can't kill Thor.
I agree. You can't.
Yeah, but all the originals
He's
are
a
still
fucking
alive.
god.
Dude,
Yeah.
Spider-Man died.
Yeah, he's.
Black Panther died.
Yeah, I know.
A lot of people died.
Didn't they not die? I didn't see the movie, but didn't it was just a snap and they
They all,
pixelate,
like-
disappear.
yeah, they-
If you want, you could probably just look up Avengers
Really?
death.
They turn. I mean, Spider-Man's death is on YouTube already.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, because it was improvised. That whole scene.
Oh yeah, it was
Beautiful.
phenomenal.
But
acting.
when Doctor Strange was talking, he was like, "When the
look up
end,"
Spider-Man's,
he
it'll
said-
bring up like the exact scene. It should.
he said, "We're in the end game now, and the end game in chess is when each player now has to start making sacrifices, but necessary moves in order to win."
Did you look that up?
No.
Wow, I just got that.
So,
What the
in the
hell?
end game, he had to sacrifice
Right there, Infinity War, Spider-Man
much.
death scene right there.
half the population
Uh-huh.
in order to now win the entire war.
This was so sad. This was so sad. This is how everybody who died. This is how they died. Just turn
They turned into missing no.
into oats.
Oops.
God. But I don't know. It was just crazy. Like, so, but I don't understand because now at the end of the Avengers was the Captain Marvel distress call,
Yes.
Yeah.
but that movie's in the 90s,
Yeah, it's taking place before this happened. Which
'Cause-
is a little confusing.
which
Or
it doesn't
maybe.
make sense.
It'll
I
be
mean,
a time jump.
It sounds confusing at first, but this is the Marvel universe.
yeah,
we're
true. So
talking
nothing
about.
makes sense.
Well,
So
not even that, but like they do whatever the fuck they want in this universe.
because he had the
You have to
pager,
deal with it.
because he was using a pager to contact her,
Uh-huh.
which is a girl now, and what's her name?
Brie Larson.
I don't know any celebrities' names.
Sorry.
But so I don't even know how OP is she gonna be because
Well, apparently she is because she's gonna. save
She's
all
gonna
of
She's
them.
gonna bring everyone back.
Apparently
she's gonna
OP
have
as
to be
fuck.
in the next Avengers movie.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, she is.
Was she casted
Is
yet?
she gonna get?
She's been casted since like last year.
In the
Is she gonna
Avengers
get her
movie.
own
Yes.
movie? You said
she
she was
has
gonna
her
get
own movie, but
Yeah.
in order for her to be in the Avengers movie, she had to have her character development.
So when is that coming?
Hers is coming out in 2019, her solo movie, and then Avengers is after.
Well, Avengers coming out in May, so it has to be somewhat like right before that, right? Probably like same thing with like how Black Panther came out early, and then
Oh, speaking of Captain Marvel and like the ends, like the post credits little scene that they always do every Marvel movie, and there's people walking out. I remember I said that I was like, "How are you gonna walk into a Marvel movie,
And then
credits
stay
start,
for the whole thing.
and then leave? What do you?
Well,
what rock do you live on?"
do you remember? Every time we go to the movies, every time I go to the movies with Kyle, let me change that. We sit next to someone who scares the hell out of me. I mean, like
Oh
literally
yeah,
to the point.
I was sitting next to that person the last time we
Every-
went with Kyle.
Time. Black Panther, Star Wars, The Conjuring. Every time I think that I'm literally not gonna make it out of the movie alive. I'm not kidding. Like when I went to see The Conjuring, the guy next to me, sketchy as hell, wearing a hoodie, hands in pockets all the time, had a beer with him, kept putting it down, left the theater 7 times, and came back. I was like, dude, I'm going to die in this theater.
When we watched Star Wars, was that when the dude? Yeah, it was when we watched Star Wars.
Star Wars
When that
and
dude-
Black
but
Panther.
that dude was sitting next to me that time. Wasn't sitting next to you.
No, but still, that's next to all of us.
Yeah.
And then at Black Panther, there's a guy. He was like talking to himself and everything. And then at the end, he's like, "Guys, wait, there's a scene at the end." And I was already walking out. That's why I was walking out of that scene because I was just like, I don't want. And then I sat in the row in front of us. I was like, I don't want to be here anymore.
So I missed all of this.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, that's good for you. Why would you want to be in that
it's a
situation?
great movie experience.
It's every time I go to the movies, and it's not like I'm trying to be like judgmental. It's just sketchy as hell.
All death scenes. There's a video on that already.
Yeah.
Really?
Come on.
Supposedly in the comics,
You want to play it?
yeah, in the comics, what's her name? Nebula or whatever.
Yeah, she's the one that takes it
She's the one that.
off of
that
Thanos.
Oh, it's a shitty fucking music tribute.
You could just mute the volume. Look at the sick edit.
You sure? You sure you don't want this?
Nah, it's perfectly fine.
But it makes it so sad. Okay.
It's not even like they're full deaths. It like shows them and then they just... When Black Panther went, I was pissed.
I know, but Okoye survives.
Like who?
I didn't give a crap
Who
about...
gives a shit about Falcon? Like,
Falcon died.
Falcon
I know he died, and that's what I'm saying. Who gives a shit?
Fury died. When I saw that, I was like, damn. I was like, once I saw...
Nah, but well, my favorite part about that is he died, but he wasn't like, oh, I'm dying. Like he was like, motherfucker. Like that's what I like. Is Samuel Jackson, 100%.
The second he went, I knew that everyone was coming back. Like, there's no way that you're just going to take him out.
And honestly, before we even go any further, I just want to say that, what's the actor's name?
Which one?
Josh Brolin, the one who played Thanos.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Like
he did a good
Thanos'
job.
character was fucking amazing. Like the way they fleshed him out and everything, and the way he was, like how his personality. I think it was great. Like he's just like everywhere he goes, he's just
Kicking ass.
beating everybody's ass.
What's good, though, is with the CG and everything, they didn't do a horrible job. Like, they actually, like, everything looked, like, really
Because
well done.
they, what technology is that? Is like where they get in like the mocap suit and everything.
Well, yeah, I know that, but, like, sometimes, like, CG can be, like, ass.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But, like, even when he, like, picked up the stone and everything, like, everything was, like, all of his muscles and everything moved, like, perfectly.
You were looking at his muscles.
Yeah, it was fucking...
Hot.
Nah, but, like... but, like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't want that to be, like, shitty. Like, when Leia died and floated back in, that looked retarded.
Dude, that was the ultimate disrespect to her. She was turning in her grave. Every time.
Oh,
that
yeah, I
scene is
forgot she's
played,
actually dead.
The worst part was she probably knew that was going to happen before she died. And then she died knowing that she's going to float through space in the next Star Wars movie. It's horrible.
So she's on her deathbed. Like, fuck. Damn, I shouldn't have done this.
Stupid Disney.
This entire movie could have been changed if Vision just got a bullet in his head in the
Just
beginning
shut
of the movie.
up.
Oh. Bree
Heartless
has
about
hated
that. I'm
this.
so annoyed with you.
Why?
I mean, but he has a point.
He
but, like,
died. She did it. And
At the
then
end, and
Thanos brought him back to kill him again.
That part fucking was
That
crazy.
was so messed
when he
up.
did that, I was like, oh shit.
He was like, "It's okay, little one," and then brings him back. It's like, no, I'm really gonna kill him.
No, that you see, that's what I'm saying. Like that part was fucking crazy to me. Like when he was like, "It's okay, little one," and he goes back, kills him again.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy.
And
I
you
think
were
that
just
shit
like,
was
"Oh,
crazy.
that-
Thanos was
Guy.
untouchable in that moment. So I don't know.
Honestly, I feel like Thanos was kind of untouchable throughout that whole movie.
But now,
He already had 2 stones right off the fucking bat.
Who
Well,
was
yeah.
the Squidward guy?
Squidward
I hated
guy.
that character. The one that got shot out
Oh,
of
one
the
of
ship.
his children or
That's
whatever.
what he would do. He's like,
I hated that guy. I was so happy when he went out the ship. I was so happy when all of them died, to be honest.
To be honest, I liked them though, a little bit.
'Cause they're
The
good
guy,
villains.
the guy with the guy who kept going after Vision, the one with the like staff or whatever that he needed to get the stone out. I thought he was pretty badass. Him and the sister, those two together are pretty badass.
yeah.
I was happy when they like when what's his name, Banner, threw the Hulk basher thing on him, and then he
yeah.
like shot him into the sky and
Oh,
like
yeah.
threw the force field and like cut him in half. I thought that was crazy. I thought that was like one of the craziest death in the entire thing. And then when Scarlet threw the girl up into the freaking grinder, like
yeah.
Mortal Kombat, I was like, holy shit! Like that was the most gruesome death in any Avengers.
That's the only thing the one thing I didn't like about at least specifically to the girl, the sister. Like she could have killed who were they fighting when they were on Wakanda? It was her versus the red.
It was the
Velvet, whatever.
it was the General and Scarlet,
Scarlet is her name. That's the one with the red hair, right?
the witch. Yeah.
Yeah, when she was fighting the sister could have killed her, but because it's a movie. Oh, you'll never win. Like you could have easily just been like, and I done.
You're
She was
alone.
dead.
No, she's not. Like, just stab her in the back of the head. No, she's not. Now, like, I hate that so much about movies. It's like they have to
Yeah.
announce themselves and they get into a huge fight. But honestly, Vision, he would have took a bullet. First minute. Because they're always like...
I mean,
shut
it's
up.
annoying, but for the sake of the movie, obviously they can. But if it
So
was real
annoying.
life, he has a point. Like if Vision was just like
Okay.
it was
Okay,
just
but in
like,
the
do it.
comic books, he comes back differently, and the whole emotional aspect gets stripped away from him. So
So he's like
it was important
All right, so,
to show that he
Matt,
had
if you don't know,
emotions.
Vision,
he's like a
you know who
Terminator.
Vision is, right?
No.
Okay, you see the guy with the red face right there on the bottom right?
Yes.
Okay, so he has a stone in his head.
One of the Infinity
Okay,
Stones.
so he's dying.
It's pretty fucking important.
Like,
And-
Thanos wants those. I know that.
The entire movie, he's like, oh, I'll just sacrifice myself. And his love interest is like, no, you can't, blah, blah. And then Captain America's like, we don't sacrifice lives, blah, blah,
We
blah,
don't
blah, blah.
trade lives.
Whatever.
Is what he says.
And then at the end, half the universe goes because he's being a fucking pussy. Like, dude, just die. But do you know what happens at the end? He dies because they take
And-
the stone
yeah,
out.
yeah,
Reverse
yeah.
this time, dies again. Dude, you could have just died once. You died twice now.
I like how there's a group online that says like, no, Thanos was right. Like they like totally agree with what Thanos was doing and
yeah.
stuff like that.
It's, a lot of people are like, he's actually like the protagonist in this entire situation because his reasoning for everything,
Is we're overpopulated, right? I
It's-
kind of
it's this-
I kind of caught that.
and it's random. It's a mercy killing supposedly.
Okay, who makes him the final judge of?
No one. But that's the point. Is like some people are like,
Genocide.
oh,
I think
but
that's
he has a
why-
genocidal mindset, which is
I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
that's why a lot of people don't agree with like his ideology because of what she said. How
Who makes him
he's the one
the
who
final
judges.
say.
I mean,
And
the
a
snap
lot
was
of people are probably like, oh, why does he get to do that?
Even if it was at random.
But
that's
then
still-
the snap was
goes
better
to the
than
point
cutting half the population.
Yeah, but
like they
that goes
split
to
everyone
the
up and
point
shot half the side.
of people wondering like, oh, why do you get to be the last judgment? And that goes back to when he said he's like, no one else has the will to do what I'm willing to do.
It's true. He's a.
'Cause that's
But it
not
makes sense.
the
It makes
only
sense to me.
way.
What is the other way?
Listen,
Because then
you know
he,
what?
BTS.
in one of the scenes, they were fighting on his home planet that went
Yeah.
to shit because they didn't listen to him about
Because they got overpopulated.
cutting
got
the
fucked.
population. Yeah, and then the entire planet went to shit.
Okay,
so,
but he let them pick a side. So for those who didn't agree, they shot them.
no, that was a different world. That wasn't
That
his
was
world.
Gamora-
That was
that was Gamora's.
Gamora's.
Yeah, he was like,
world,
pick a side. And then one side just got lit up. I was like, oh my God.
You see, that's not okay.
No, but I think the snap was much better than just lighting half the population up in front of the other half.
No, but the thing with the snap is if it's like he's not like, okay, I need this snap is only gonna work for this little group of people. It doesn't work like that. It's universal.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But also, what I didn't understand at the end when everyone's dying is like some people went like quick, and then other people knew they were going. Like
yeah, like
Spider-Man
yeah,
took,
like fucking Falcon. Like that nigga disintegrated in like 2 seconds. Good. No one gives a shit about Falcon.
Oh my god.
But then like people went at staggered times too, which is like I don't. It just didn't make sense. I thought that everybody should just.
I
went.
think that's just.
the
I think that's
movie
just for the movie's
aspect.
sake.
That's the drama.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's probably just for the sake that it's a movie.
Drama.
it's free real estate. Shut up. Honestly, there's so many situations in this movie where the sister, when she was like tied up and like getting interrogated,
Mm-hmm.
let her die.
Nebula.
Don't let her know. Don't let Thanos know where the freaking stone is.
Oh
Alright,
yeah,
Let her
she
die.
was. She was like.
It's necessary
She
in
was.
the comics.
She got.
Yeah,
fucked.
I mean it's for the movie purposes, but
Yeah.
all these things like Star Wars is a dumbass. They almost had the gauntlet off. Freaking
You just can't have a heart to be an Avenger then, okay? You just can't
Vision would have had a bullet in his head.
You just can't
Maybe
care.
that's the
Okay.
problem with the Avengers. They have too much emotion.
When they were all fighting, like, "Oh
Yeah.
no, you can't take your life," blah blah. blah. I would have walked in and like Nick Fury and been like, "Motherfucker," and popped him in the head and been like, "Take the stone out and destroy it right now." That's exactly how that would have went.
You would have been kicked out. Of the Avengers.
Good, and half the
Yeah,
universe would
and-
still be alive. Because possibly I would have been one of the people that get disintegrated,
Because you're not strong enough. Mentally.
like Thanos.
No. Why are you so obsessed with Thanos and how strong he is? Is that your type?
Purple Men, I love it.
I don't know if I'm obsessed with him. I just like his character.
he's just like, oh, you
I,
have to
I
see
thought
the
I thought he was
muscles.
a badass.
No, he was. He was a great villain. But
He's a
he is
phenomenal
the
villain.
Like Ultron was a
He
horrible
won.
villain,
I liked Ultron. I liked his character build.
but his entire thing was like, "Oh, it's robots time." Like that was it. That was his entire motive. Like
I
there
mean, I
was
guess
no.
not-
It's robot time.
There was no no motive. Change my mind.
Well, the thing that I liked about his characters and everything, because when they built him, because Stark built him, right?
He's a dumbass.
Yeah, when Stark built him, like to help keep the Earth safe or some bullshit
Yeah.
like that. When he finally got booted up, he went through Earth's, at least humans' history. Like he went through their entire history in like 5 seconds, and then he was like, "You guys are fucked up." Like, and then he just didn't want to. Like, why am I going to protect these people
Yeah.
when they've done all this stuff? And that's why he was like trying to get rid of all of them. That I can understand. Because come on. Look back at human history.
But then his entire way to try and destroy the world was so dumb. I'm gonna lift the city up really slow, and then I'm gonna drop it. Like what? Like that was your plan? You could do anything.
You couldn't have just gone to space and got some random rock and be like, this will do.
Not only that, he probably knew
Shut that
every launch code. He probably knew everything. He's like, gonna lift this random city in like what was it, Russia or something? It was some sort of random thing. Did you see that Avengers, Matt?
No, I did not.
Oh my God, what are you doing? You're slacking.
I haven't. The only Marvel movies I've seen are the first 2 Iron Mans. So like I can totally just
Those are fucking
marathon
old,
all
too.
of them
Those
now.
are ancient.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are old.
I think you need to
Those are
start
one of
watching
the
some of the
first
Marvel
ones.
movies.
Well, they're getting good now. Like
This was like, to be honest with you, I mean, I haven't seen a lot of them in Marvel's defense, but Infinity War easily the best one I've ever seen.
Out of the Avengers?
Out of just Marvel movies.
You still haven't seen Thor Ragnarok, which was great. But do you know what the problem with Thor Ragnarok now? I can't go
What?
rewatch it.
Why?
Because everything that was done in it is pointless now. Everyone died in the beginning of Infinity War.
Oh, so you're one of those people. You can't just go back and enjoy.
But now
movies
you
to
can't enjoy the
it.
No, he
ending
doesn't. He
because
watches it one time and it's like, I can't watch it.
no, I
Dude,
could
you know how
watch it
many-
again
dude.
until now seeing Infinity War because
Dude,
now
you know how many times I've seen fucking Star Wars 1 through 6?
but it's
and Lord of the
different.
Rings, and
Star
Mad
Wars is a
Max.
family that just fucked up the entire universe because they can't
1 through
because
6,
they're conflicting.
not 1 through 8.
That's one family fucking up a whole universe. That's different. This is Thor tried to save the entire freaking. Like I don't even want to ruin it for you.
I don't give a shit.
God.
Thor tried to save everything.
Isn't that what he?
Saved all of his people. Beginning of Infinity War, everyone's dead.
Yeah.
It was pointless.
Oh yeah,
that's how it goes in the comic book universes.
But it's like that entire movie was now pointless.
Who is that rock guy? He's like, hey, I'm Rock.
Oh.
Or whatever. He's
What?
like
Oh.
a big guy that Thor
I'm gonna
had
look up
to
his
fight,
name.
or he was like a fighter. And this is when Thor had to fight the Hulk. But he meets the guy. He's like, hey, I'm Rock. And he's big though. He's like made of like
Oh, I think
concrete.
I think
and
I've seen like
Korg.
videos. of him.
Korg.
He has like a
He's like,
freaking
hey.
Australian
Look him
accent.
up. I want to see him.
He's so
with a
funny.
K.
You just don't expect it because he's
Yeah.
so big.
Korg Marvel.
This guy was probably the best guy
He
in
was he made the movie. It was funny.
Thor Ragnarok is one of my favorite movies from
What is
Marvel.
this? These
Besides Black Panther.
fucking
I love
Lego
Black Panther.
Star Wars. Count me in. I want that for my birthday.
Okay.
You remember seeing like ads for
waiting
toys and you'd be like, I want this so bad. And you would still never get
Oh
it.
my God!
Mom!
That was me with the Bionicle
Look.
commercials.
Easy, man. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Korg. I'm kind of like the leader in here. Over here. Pile of rocks waving at you. Here. Yeah, I'm actually a thing.
Damn, I
I'm
want
a
to watch this
being.
movie now.
This is my very good friend over here, Meek. He's an insect and has knives for hands. I'm made of rocks, as you can see, but don't let that intimidate you. You don't need to be afraid unless you're made of scissors. Rock, paper, scissors joke for you? That I am. Oh, well, I tried to start a revolution, but didn't print enough pamphlets, so hardly anyone turned up, except for my mum and her boyfriend, who
For
I
my
hate.
mum.
But I'm actually organising another revolution. I don't know if you'd be interested in something like that. Do you reckon you'd be
Did
interested?
he just do a lap?
Yeah.
I was forced to
He tried to get out, but it's like
and
never
become a
ending.
gladiator. Bit of a promotional disaster, that one. Yeah, nah, this whole thing is a circle. But not a real circle, more like a freaky circle. Nah, nothing makes sense here, man. The only thing that does make sense is that nothing makes sense.
That's me with the
Doug
Marvel
has-
universe.
Doug! Oh, no, Doug's dead. That's right. Everyone who fights the Grandmaster's champion perishes. Perishable rock. Oh, okay, another one. Go on. Yeah, no, I just do the smaller fights, warm up the crowd and whatnot. Wait, you're not going to face him, are you? That's exactly what Doug used to say. See you later, new Doug. Piss off, ghost! He's freaking gone. Oh, yeah.
What the fuck?
Still someone's hair and blood all over this. Guys, can you clean up the weapons once you've finished your fight? Disgusting slobs. Oh, Thor.
I'm glad that Thor finally got a haircut in this movie because I couldn't stand his long hair.
Are you serious?
I couldn't stand
Dude,
it.
that's what makes Thor Thor.
No, now with the eye patch. Well, now that he got rid of it, but with that, it was a
I
bit more
think
badass.
I think he looked
Oh
retarded
my
with the fucking
God.
eye
Hammer
patch.
pulled you off. Sounds like you had a pretty special and intimate
Now when he came back in
relationship with
Thor
Hammer,
Ragnarok when he had it, he was
almost
like,
comparable to
he was pissed.
losing a loved one. Oh, yeah.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like once Thor
Watch out
hits
for
his
those
point where he's
Asgardians,
like, all right,
man. They
I'm
are
not
bad.
fucking around anymore. He fucks shit up.
When he came in at the end of Infinity War, I was like, damn.
That's what I'm saying. But like, my son
Another
Korg.
day, another Doug.
So the Grandmaster when they're fighting is Hulk.
Some sort of protest
Is that his
press and
champion?
all this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
so,
Hulk. It was Hulk who was.
So Pretty much, yeah. So Hulk was like a celebrity.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
in their like universe, like in their.
Who's asking?
So Thor, Hulk was like but he was stuck in Hulk for like years.
Yeah.
Who, Banner?
Yeah, he's
Yeah, he was
stuck in Hulk.
and he couldn't come back to Banner.
So when he came back, he's like, he had no idea what was going on. He had no
Mm-hmm.
idea where he was, like what year it was, nothing like that.
Nope. It was really funny though.
And then the whole problem was like, oh, if I go back to Hulk, I don't know when I'll come back. Blah 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 blah. And then the next movie is just like, go right to Hulk, and then Hulk's like, fuck that, I'm not coming back out after that.
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
Yeah,
what
that part I didn't.
Because you have to see Thor.
That's why Thor and Hulk were together in the beginning of.
But you missed that because.
No, I mean, no. What I'm confused is why Hulk didn't want. Is that because he got his ass beat by Thanos?
I think so.
Is that why he didn't want to
I
come
think
back?
so.
That's what I was thinking. Like every time he tried to become Hulk, and Hulk was like, no. Like, I was like, did he get his ass beat? Like, is that why he doesn't want to come back? Like,
Like I know that they're like two different entities, but I didn't know like one could hear the other one.
I didn't know they were two different entities until that.
You don't think
fucking
after a
movie.
while you start talking to yourself and pretending you're two different people?
But the thing is, like Banner didn't know that he was stuck in Hulk, but Hulk can know things that Banner's like that doesn't.
You don't think your mind is gonna snap a little bit?
I
Psych
mean-
101, defense mechanism. You start making different people in your head. So
Is
it
there
could be
something I need to
Banner.
know?
It could be Banner
Bree
the whole
confirmed
time.
Banner's insane.
Yes.
Conspiracy confirmed.
Oh
I don't know,
man.
but he got. I mean, he gave Thanos. I feel like Thanos just let him do that. Like, okay,
You didn't hear the guy who was like, "Let him have his fun."
yeah, exactly.
And then,
He had the,
then-
pa-
and then
he had the
Thanos was
power
like, all right.
stone.
So he
So
was like, all right, get off me.
and then you saw his muscles just pull down.
And he was like, oh
Did you
yeah.
like that? I bet you did.
Matt, turn the camera off for a second.
I have bruises.
You want me to turn the camera off?
I have bruises. That's from you. She
Oh my
she
God.
gets bruises and she's always like, I'm gonna tell people you hit me. But she walked into a train.
Oh,
I would never say that.
No, but we joke around a lot. But like the thing is, like she walked into a train and got stuck in the doors.
I was trying to leave the train, and the guy wouldn't get out of my way. So when I pushed him, I got pushed into the door, and it didn't bounce back like it usually does. It stayed and clamped onto my arm and my leg. I was stuck.
I'm sorry.
It wasn't a good time.
Dude, when I watch that again, when this podcast goes out, and he's just like, I'm sorry. It's gonna be the fucking.
One time we were dropping Bree off,
Oh man.
and her friend was in my friend's Jeep. This is just how clumsy they are. Her friend went to get out of my friend's lifted Jeep, right? Fell out the door. I mean, like his Jeep's up there. Like this is a good 2 foot, 3 foot fall, straight on her ass.
Were they drunk?
No.
we didn't.
Oh, okay, that's pretty bad.
We both had yoga mats because we were doing yoga and like working out, and she decided to leave.
Keep going.
She decided to leave the back of the seat with all of her stuff, and her leg caught the
On
bar.
the yoga mat? Oh, the bar?
Yeah, and she just like
Womp womp.
Right out the side of the Jeep, and I
they stared at her like
yo,
That's probably hilarious.
I had the door open, and I was just like, I just saw her just
No.
fall out. I was
they
like,
didn't laugh. They froze. Kyle was like,
what am I gonna do? Like, what am I gonna do? Catch her by her neck and like clothesline her as she's
no.
going down?
Actually, when she fell, you guys were like, oh.
I'm sorry.
And I'm coming out the back seat like, oh my god.
I'm so sorry, but if I was there to witness that, I would have had to look away because that shit would have been so funny.
She had a big bruise like this big,
Well, there
like,
goes yoga.
that big.
Then right after that, because she goes in the Bronx. Right after this is like 1 in the
All
morning.
right. I live in the Bronx.
This dude's standing in the middle of the street at like one of the red lights, and my friend Kyle, he's driving his Jeep. I'm like, do not go to that light. Like we're like 30 yards back. I'm like, he's standing there. He pulls up a mask. I'm like, do not go to that light. I was like, you're gonna lose your truck if you go to that light.
It's safe. in the
And then he's
Bronx.
just standing there. We're staring at each other for like 30 seconds. I'm like, oh man. I'm like, some shit's gonna go down right now. Then he starts walking like backwards, staring at us. I'm like, dude,
Wait,
what?
he was wearing a mask?
Yeah, he pulled a mask up midway looking at us. And then he-
Really?
yeah. And then
Jesus
And
Christ.
then he starts walking backwards, looking at us down the street. I was like, what the
He
fuck
probably
was
thought he was in
that?
a movie.
Yeah.
He probably thought he was bad.
He was
was
probably going to rob
cold.
somebody.
He was cold.
cold.
I bet.
Ski mask when you're cold.
Yeah, the ski mask really got ruined
Why?
for everybody did
Well,
this.
yeah. You can't,
Hollywood-
You can't
Hollywood
just wear a
ruined the
ski mask and be like, "Oh, my face is cold." Like, you can't do it.
I mean,
You're immediately like you're robbing something.
Hollywood ruined ski masks. for
I
the
was in
world.
a 7-Eleven. I was in a Subway a lot.
Oh yes, we're talking about this story. Yes.
All right, Matt. I was in a Subway in Lindenhurst on Sunrise Highway, and me and my friends were eating. It's like 9:00 at night. We're sitting there. I see a guy look in the window.
He just pulls out a machete.
Sauce as hell. No, he looks in the window.
What?
He like this. I was like, oh, fuck me. Pulls a mask up. I was like, fuck. Here we go.
Just pulls a machete.
No, it was a knife. Like this
wait,
fucking
wait,
long.
That's a
Set-
fucking
set
machete.
the
That's not
scene
no
again?
Damn.
All right,
What?
I'm sitting in a booth in Subway, right? I'm looking out the front door, like the window and everything. My friends are looking towards me. See a guy. He walks up, suspicious as hell. Like,
Into the subway.
like
He's looking in.
he's looking in the window of Subway.
Okay.
So
like the sandwich place, right?
yeah,
You're not- okay.
like really
Yeah,
looking
yeah.
in. Pulls a mask up. I was like,
it's no good.
fuck.
No
And
good.
That's no
opens
good.
the door, knife. I don't know where he was holding this thing. This freaking big.
That's not a fucking knife. That's a machete, bro.
And he's like, "This is an emergency." I was like, "Fuck!" I was like, "Get out!" We just walked out because what are you gonna do? You can't fight that. And he steals a register, whatever.
Oh, he was robbing the place.
Yeah.
Oh, goddamn.
My friend-
And you just ran away.
No, I walked out. In the security camera, they put it up on Facebook. Everyone's like, "Oh, they just ran out." I was like, first of all, the guy's holding a 12-inch knife. I was
Yeah.
like, secondly,
And it's like, what do you care if Subway gets robbed? Like,
Yeah, I was like,
what are
it's-
you
it's-
responsible for fucking?
if Cheesecake gets robbed, sorry, I'm walking out.
Yeah,
I
like-
really,
yeah.
it's not my
Dude,
responsibility.
with that.
You know how many times I thought about that when I used to work in Stop and Shop? I was like, yo, if I ever hear gunshots in here, I'm going out the nearest exit. Like, I'm leaving.
What we didn't know is a $10,000 reward to get him captured.
Oh,
which would have been great if
but
we
you
knew
could have
that.
taken a knife to the face though, or like.
Yeah, exactly. But
Should've
what we
been killed.
did do,
Dude,
my friend
Gabe-
started following him down the block. I got in my car.
Where's
I was gonna hit him with it because I didn't give a shit. It was my shitty car.
Wasn't Gabe there too?
Gabe was home. My friend, he ran out the place. He was home before the guy was even done robbing the place. That's how fast he got home.
Like the only thing you'd be able to do in that situation is if you could somehow surprise him from behind and like immediately
just-
break his arm.
just
whatever
overpower him.
He was a
whatever
big
he's
dude,
holding with
though.
the machete, just like you know how to break someone's arm from behind, you like hit their elbow like forward as hard as you can so it just bends the other way. Only way you could like disarm him immediately. If not, you're getting slashed.
Yeah, but it's not worth getting stabbed for. And we didn't even know that.
$10,000.
No, but we didn't even know. We didn't know until afterwards. The detectives that were talking to us, like, you know, it was a $10,000 reward. We're like,
That would have been nice to know.
it would have been great. But yeah, that shit sucked. Talk about gunshots. I dropped her off the other night.
Oh my God.
Pull up to her house. We're talking. Blah, blah, blah. Pop, 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 pop. I was like, go inside.
That was just a rap song. Like
Yeah, my
someone
ass.
was just
It wasn't even by my
the whole. It was across the diagonal from your house.
Cross the street to the left in the projects.
fireworks.
Matt,
It's nice.
if gunshots go off 2 blocks from your house, is that near your house?
That's pretty near my house.
Exactly. This was closer
They
than that.
rarely have anything going on my block.
They
Rare.
rarely shoot at each other.
On my
Really?
segment of the block, it's barely going on.
Barely. It's fine. My grandfather walked through a shootout. He didn't know what was going on, but he was smiling.
I think that's,
And that's all
what it
that
takes.
counts.
I think that's what it takes to survive those types.
You
of
just gotta walk through
situations.
it.
Because
Just
he's
walk
very
through it.
nosy. You know, in the Bronx, you get nosy, hear noise.
Hear gunshots.
No, you hear people fighting.
Walk out
you
there.
hear-
You hear gun- what the
You
fuck?
hear a
was
whole bunch of stuff. And he was just walking to the store. You know,
that? What was that?
through a
Little,
gunshot. Because
was
that's
that
how he
little
walks. He's
strike?
like, he's good. I'm safe. I'm good. You just don't go out at night.
Wasn't that at night when you?
That wasn't when I dropped her off. I don't know how you do it. Your mom needs to move out of the Bronx. Oh my god.
It's not happening.
It's real.
We said it.
But the thing though is like where your mom lives, how much is your house worth? Like 400,000?
It's going up, yeah.
You know what she could buy out here?
For
A normal
400,000. A normal house.
But if she kept it, honestly, she could probably sell for a shit ton when
No, but
because
because
the
we
Bronx is
just-
turning white.
We just did the backyard. We just redid it. So
I didn't
it's
even know
gonna
you had
go
a
up.
damn backyard.
Yeah, we do.
If you wanna-
First, it was like all the houses lined up, and then we shared one big backyard. But then we put up gates because
Fences.
people started stealing from our shed,
Who would do that in the Bronx?
and it was
The
just
nerve.
annoying.
Nerve.
So, but yeah, it's getting really gentrified. We're becoming the new Brooklyn. I don't know how I feel about that.
Everything's turning white out there. Harlem is slowly turning white.
And slowly, it's already like,
No, yeah, it's a quarter of the way there.
Brooklyn.
Jodel's like, no,
Harlem.
it's not.
Yes, Jodel has like 3 like poetry clubs by his house, and I saw that.
That's
and-
pretty gentrified.
Yeah. And I see like white people, at night by my neighborhood.
White people.
No, but
At night?
yeah, like with their dogs.
There's
and I'm
Oh
like,
my
nothing-
God.
What are you doing?
There's
Matt, would you walk your
nothing-
dog in the Bronx at 2 in?
I mean, in gentrified
Gentrified
Brooklyn.
Bronx.
or
There's-
Bronx,
there's
yeah.
nothing scarier than seeing a white person out at night.
No,
There's nothing
but like
scarier
with
than
their
that.
dogs. And then I saw a couple, like the Manhattan couples, like with the helmets and the big like camping backpacks, like riding
What?
with like the kids
The-
from
no,
the
the
projects,
gypsies.
So it was just like
Oh, gypsies. Oh, okay.
the like true statement of gentrified. It was like the white people and then the project kids, like all riding their bikes together. And it was so
Aw,
funny.
we're united, and Thanos was gonna mess that up.
Thanos is racist.
That was a smooth way to bring us back to the
It
top.
was a nice segue back into the Infinity Wars, which is what you guys are watching.
We still haven't gotten into menstruation yet.
Oh yeah, you should kick that off. Tell us
So,
about your
My first
your period.
This is where the segment
When did you get your first period?
That does
on
sound like a
Halloween.
that does sound like a podcast.
day
though.
of
My first
Halloween.
period.
That's
Have you ever seen Friends? There was an
Yeah.
episode where she was like, Chapter 1,
you
my
know that,
first
right?
period. What?
I was telling him how he's gonna have to edit an intro for your segment now.
Was it really on
She-
Halloween?
It was on Halloween.
Yo, her family's a holiday family. She was born on New Year's. Her mom was Valentine's Day. She got a period on Halloween.
Yeah. My first one, I was 11 and in denial.
That you were bleeding out of your
Yeah, I was like, no,
lady
that's
parts.
not happening. No way. And then I was
Really
like,
happy I don't have a vagina.
you should be.
Do you know what
Yeah.
she said?
You
It sounds
should
like
be.
just way too much work.
It is awful. It's so bad. I don't want to be a woman sometimes.
Just rip it all out.
Right?
It's 2018. Yeah.
Do what you want.
It's just not fun. It's not. I was crying in a ball in his house because of premenstrual cramps. It's like someone's taking
they're
a
bad.
knife and just
They're bad.
going at it, and it's not. He freaked out. He was just like,
I don't know what to do. She's just sitting there crying in a ball. Like, what do you do in that situation?
"Kill me."
Kill me.
Nice.
Put a gun up to her head, bubbles come out. Like, fuck.
Oh yeah. That was so sad. And he was like, "Oh, I like him." Like after, like,
Yeah, he was gonna shoot her.
just like, it's the in-laws. It's not. It's always
Tisk,
weird.
tisk. I was gonna say something. I totally forgot. It was about period.
Would you like to know how it feels? You
No.
can go get
Tell me
the
how you're
pads
menstrual.
on your like abdomen area, and they can electrocute you so you can feel it. And I think we should do it together.
Do you really?
Yeah, you can get it done. It's like supposed to be like pregnancy.
It's supposed to make you appreciate women.
Yes.
Did you ever see that meme where it's like pregnancy pains are so bad that a woman almost knows how it feels to not be out with the boys, or like just something ridiculous like that?
You didn't like that one? Oh, she was like, "Oh, it's not fair that we have to have periods and give
Periods
birth."
and pregnancy.
And then I'm
That's
like-
not fair.
I'm like, do you want to get? I was
don't
like,
yell
guys
at me,
get drafted.
yell at God,
Yeah,
That's not
or whatever you
fair.
believe in. Like
Yeah, I do.
point
but-
point your anger towards him.
Because he'll be like, "Oh, my allergies are, oh, my stomach," and I'm like, every single month, I feel
bleed.
like dying, every single month, and you need to know how it feels.
We'll start getting periods when you guys get drafted.
We can go into
Like
the
we'll just
war
turn the
now.
period
You can't
on.
get
Like
drafted.
I mean,
If that's your only,
That's all I got.
that'll be a,
Yeah,
that'll
that's
be
your
I lost.
that'll be a
Abort.
pretty, Nah, you can't even like that. That'll
You-
be
you
a pretty
can't.
funny ass video. That'll be a pretty funny ass
It's so
video.
I will
controversial.
If we
tear
go
him
to feel,
pieces
if
we
we
argue about that.
yeah, men can't
I
really
can't
win
win
that
this.
argument.
Yeah,
like,
no.
hey, we have to hold the door open for you guys. Like it just
Sorry, I
sounds
have
stupid.
to push
Yeah.
a freaking big head out of my vagina.
Adrian knows what that's like.
It's like oh my god.
Nah, I just think it'd be like a fun,
Don't
a
wanna
fun. I think it'd be a very funny experience to do what she was just saying, to how it
Oh
feels.
yeah, let's go.
I'm down.
Look
to
it up.
Can.
We'll do it.
All right. There's
Yes,
a video.
yes,
This is
yes.
gonna
There was
hurt.
the Try Guys. Did,
Yeah, it's gonna hurt, but like I want
The
to.
Try because it,
No,
like,
but they did childbirth.
Yeah, but
Oh,
the pains
God.
are the same. It's contractions. It's just like it's like
It's gonna hurt,
cramps
but it's gonna be fucking
amplified.
funny as hell.
And they had it like like there and then there, and it was just like when you're stuck.
Come on, don't lie. Don't lie that would be a funny ass video.
I would appreciate.
We have to have Kyle there though, because I think Kyle
yeah.
would be the best because
Kyle's
he's
reaction
the
would be
most
best.
like
he's the most manliest American.
he's our
on-
all-American friend. He's like, I'm not doing that shit.
And there's like levels
What am I
to
fucking
it.
gay? Like,
It's like it amplifies the voltage. It's like because it gets really bad, and then some women experience rips like all through their vagina to their butt during pregnancy, and you have to get
Dang.
stapled back up. Like that's what you do. You get stapled.
Nope, she got cut in half. Just put her back together.
Yeah, and then when you have the C-section, it's like they move all of your organs. They just take it out to take the baby, and then you have to be like, and then they want to know like how often you use the bathroom after that because something can go so wrong. And it's so bad. It's just not fair.
That sounds fun.
it's
went
not
through-
fair.
That's why men should be on birth
it's
control,
not fair.
Women
It's not fair, but there's a very easy solution to that. Just don't have kids.
in the period.
Oh, well, what would you rather deal with, a period or childbirth?
I'm sorry, I don't get the luxury of being like, I'm gonna choose.
She's like, why do I? She's like, why do I get punished for not getting pregnant?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I'm
a woman's
punished.
body punishes her for not
Listen,
getting pregnant.
man,
that
listen,
that,
man.
that
Because it's
sucks.
the
I'm not
wall
disagreeing. I'm not
tearing
disagreeing with what
itself apart.
I am not disagreeing with the point that she's trying to make.
It's so bad.
Because it very much is, and I have the utmost respect for women because they have to deal with that shit.
All women are
But-
queens.
If
That was the best. She's a thought.
she's
Yeah,
a
I saw
thought.
it. I saw
But he
it.
I love
screams
that.
and he's like, I want to do it, but I feel like it's gonna come out horrible.
That's funny.
She's a
If she breathes,
If she breathes, she's a. Can you please look that up? That's like one of my favorite.
Yeah,
things
I kind of want to watch that too now.
It was really funny.
I put if she, it immediately comes up.
All women are queens. If she breathes, she's a thought.
There's one where somebody edited it so it was like actual lightsabers and it made the noise when it came out and
Oh, really?
everything. It was so good.
It's
probably that one right
probably that
there.
one, yeah.
All women are
No, go back real quick.
Well, something's gonna happen.
breathes. She's a thought.
Okay, well, ear rape.
Go back one, and then it should be the one with the blue lightsaber.
I like how we're watching this 3 times.
If she breathes,
yeah, they better get that ignition sound right. That was actually a really good fucking
Yeah,
edit.
that one was good.
Do you know how much work that probably was just to put that together?
That's worth
Are
it.
lightsaber effects hard to do?
They gotta be.
I saw a video on how to like add it.
Because a lot
to,
of people
like,
do
sword
them.
or something.
A lot of people have been doing them.
I wouldn't
don't
even know
th-
how.
I don't think it's that difficult, but it's not.
It's something
easy.
with tracking. I'm not good with
It's not
video
difficult,
editing.
but it's not easy.
Look at that
either.
video recommendation on the right side.
What?
Operation D Rice.
Oh,
Oh yeah, because I watched
hey.
your channel once and now
One time.
they just throw it in my face.
This is one time. Yes. So we're gonna make an appointment, like a date, like a
Look it
group
up.
date.
How much you think? How much you think it's gonna cost?
What's it called?
Doesn't matter.
Honestly,
know.
no.
If you
I
look
just
up
thought
the
of that.
Try Guys,
I'm gonna be paying somebody.
They
put me in pain.
did it.
Yes.
And there's
That's what's gonna be happening that day.
Try Guys do like pregnancy pains.
Pregnant. Motherhood.
Yeah.
Part 1.
No, the Try Labor Pains simulation.
God.
It's part 4.
All right, you know
Where would you even go for this?
This is gonna determine whether I really want to do this or not.
Oh yeah. You see? No, you're already committed. It's too late.
But he's not pushing anything. Like,
It was just contracting all his muscles.
So, what are we gonna be
doing today?
Well, today we're going to be doing a little bit of electric stim.
Why does she sound like that?
We're going to
Is
use
that a
it
man?
to simulate and mimic.
It's
some very
2018.
Basically,
She can
since
do
the
what she
Try Guys
wants.
became a
There's
thing,
no genders
the Pace Simulator
anymore.
has been our #1 most requested activity.
So we're electrocuting ourselves.
I'm actually electrocuting you, but yes.
Childbirth simulator, which is gonna make my muscles contract. I say muscles because there's few there.
Do you think we'll die? I've gotten hurt lots of times, so how painful can this be?
It is the most painful thing in the world. I don't
Great.
think there's any
Oh, great.
external
Great,
pain,
can't wait.
In my opinion,
And you want like
that
2
could
kids?
simulate the way.
As long as you give me a daughter first
Closest we
round,
get is
I
to
don't
get
care what we
babies
have.
to shove
We
them
don't
up
have to have
our
another one.
asses.
Fine.
Why did he have to get completely naked for this?
You want a daughter?
Yeah, I
He
don't want a
actually
son.
he wants the daughter.
Wow,
Isn't that
I've never
weird?
heard that from a man.
Yeah.
Why?
Because he wants to beat the shit out of her boyfriend.
Oh.
Oh, I thought you. I think,
Because I want to beat my daughter. I don't know. I just don't want a son.
That you would
I couldn't
oh
care.
yeah, I'm definitely getting epidural.
The 2 vertebrae in your back.
It's also because I have a bunch of sisters.
The needle for the epidural is like this big, and they stick it in your back.
But that's also relieves
fucking
a
It
lot of
numbs
pain.
your legs. Like my mom, her legs, they had to pick her legs up because she couldn't even hold it up.
When my mom got pregnant, my grandma was like, "Do not give her an epidural. Make this hurt as much as possible." Clearly, that didn't do anything.
No, it didn't.
So we're going to be putting it on my back
See, on your
as well.
back.
How much actually tears during
It could
labor?
tear all the way to your rectum.
Told you.
Like tear open?
Yes.
just have one
Big hole.
big old crack.
Oh.
Taint before.
No.
I'm going to do back,
Zadia.
stomach, and
Okay, show me your taint.
my
This is
Show
what you
me your
guys are gonna
taint.
really
do.
commit to what
I don't ever want to hear
You may
that
not
ever.
know this, but
Show me your taint.
Oh
Because
yeah,
the
you
act
can
of
use the
pushing is
bathroom.
very
Go
much
to
like
the, on the
having a bowel
delivery
movement.
table.
What is the
Oh yeah, that I've heard about
contractions
before.
Oh, I'm not eating like 3 days
will
before.
depend on
She's always like, "You're not allowed in the delivery room when I'm
No,
giving birth."
no, you can stay on my head.
Thank you for
You
going
can
first,
stay
by
up
the way.
here,
I
not
hate
down
this.
here.
I'm gonna turn it on.
She's also gonna be
enough for you to get used to
this is scarred for life after that.
That is
You're gonna be scarred for life.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Not pleasant.
The suspense is killing me. Okay, yeah, there's the tingle.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It's just like my entire belly is vibrating. I'm not ready for this. That's the front. Oh, I feel it in the back now.
I think we should do this guy just to see what you feel.
I don't want anything on my teen. I'm sorry.
Too bad.
So gross.
You get to decide.
I like how he's holding the other guy's hand like, to really get the full experience.
And once active labor kicks in,
Then you scream.
Are you ready?
Do you want to squeeze my hand?
Level 2.
Oh!
Oh.
Ha, 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 ha.
You didn't tell me it'd be fun, Bree. What?
Matt, you want to join us on this adventure?
Oh my God.
You see, the only reason why I don't think I'd be able to do this because when I get pain down here, I like start to like twirl up. Like,
But
I
that's why
can't.
you hold someone.
Holy shit balls. I'm sweating right now. It would be really nice to have my spouse here supporting me.
Terrible alarm that it's baby time. What a painful
It's baby
reminder
time.
of the next 12 hours of pain you're going to endure.
Yeah,
Contractions
some
at
women
that
do this
point
for like
are 2 to 3 minutes
36
apart,
hours in
God.
labor pain. Like,
Very intense.
Just chug some-
and I felt like
some
a
vodka.
vice grip.
I just honestly, I'd be like, can you just
I'm
knock me
kidding.
out?
He's taking a Advil. Like,
Just sniff some coke.
whoa.
Oh my god.
like look at his hand. He's squeezing it so hard.
This guy's getting his nuts electrocuted.
I always tell her that getting hit in the nuts is the worst thing on the face of the
That shit
planet.
fucking hurts.
And
It's been a while, but I haven't gotten hit.
and
on
I
this
tell her
since
like
was in
when it
school.
happens, like you can't breathe sometimes, or like you feel like you're
you
gonna
can get
puke.
the wind knocked out of you.
You feel like you're gonna puke, and she's
Yeah.
like, I don't understand that.
Like I don't, cause I don't have.
But it's the worst
I don't have all
feeling
that
on the
going
face
on.
of the planet, easily.
It's been a while since I got hit down there, but I definitely remember the last time I had it.
Getting hit in the balls hurts.
A
Maybe
lot.
it's not
I
pregnancy.
just want to know
but-
why you get nauseous.
Because it like creeps up into your lower stomach. It doesn't
Like,
just
it
affect
hits
that
you
area.
here,
It
and then
slowly.
it's not like instant. Like you'll
Yeah,
feel this
yeah,
instantly,
yeah.
and then it creeps its way up.
It's like a
up
good
to your
like
stomach, and
2-3
then you're just
minute or like 5-minute like tingly pain upwards. Like
I hit you
yeah.
one time. By
She threw a shoe at my dick. It was meant for Kyle, and it hit me.
Yeah.
And
Dude, football in high school, forget it. People would hit each other in the nuts all the
Don't
time.
you wear cups though?
Just
Dude, I
no.
remember in fucking.
No.
Dude,
You're
I
supposed
remember
to.
in the 4th grade. I still remember her name. I don't listen. Dude, no. Listen.
I'm
listen.
calling you out now.
No, I've known her since like the fucking like for a while, since like 2nd grade or some shit. I still have her on like my Instagram. Yeah, Nicole. I don't know if you watch any of my shit, but if you do, I remember. I think it was 4th grade or something like that. I'm just walking in. I think this is how it went. It was a long time ago, but just chill in the hallway. She walks up and he's just like, "Yo."
Oh,
I was like, dude, that shit hurts. Like,
I was in this was 9th grade. You know, like in science class, like the big lab tables, like the black ones.
this is a great Infinity War podcast.
Never pick one topic for a podcast because it always goes off.
We spoke about it.
We talked about it. Fuck it. You know the black tables in science class? This girl pushed me. If you watch any of my shit, which I know you don't, pushed me. I fucking flew forward, bashed my forehead on the corner lip of the table, black. I had to go home. I got a concussion. Dude, my head was fucking horrible. Across my entire forehead, just black line and just bruised. Like, oh, and everybody was looking at my forehead. They're like, damn. I was like, please stop.
Did you see me like 2 years ago? What I had to go to work with?
Why? What happened?
I was drinking at the beach with my friends.
God.
And I ran into the water full speed and dove way too early. And I just hit my head into the sand, and I had a giant fucking cut on my head.
Oh. That's what sucks
And I had to
about
go to
being a
work and
waiter.
everything.
Because you have to be in front of so many people, no matter
Yeah,
what.
and they're all just like, "Who's this asshole with the giant cut giving me cheesecake?"
And you can't call out for anything, so that shit's annoying.
It was just throbbing. Boop, boop.
How's that make you feel?
Not good.
You want to be a waiter?
No.
Where the fuck did that come from?
She's.
Gashes on my head. Want to be a waiter?
It's a fun job. Adrian wants to be one.
I can't wait.
I want to be.
Dude, I can't. Honestly, I can't wait to be a fucking server. I'm gonna hate
You can
it,
take my spot.
but it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be fucking like funny.
Let's just open up our own cheesecake.
Because the thing with me is, I know how the customers are in that fucking place, and I know how you're supposed to act. But catch
You're
me,
gonna get fired.
catch me on the wrong fucking
You're
day.
gonna get fired.
Catch me on the wrong fucking day.
Do you know how it's really gonna go? You like, oh, okay, I'll get that for you. Don't worry.
You know what?
You're gonna go up to a table and be like, "Hi guys, how you doing?" They're just gonna go brown bread, and you're gonna get the brown bread.
More
Like,
brown
There's
bread.
no attitude you could give, or you just get complained about, and then you get fired. Like,
you know how you respond to people like that?
okay,
I'm gonna get a manager.
Like,
yeah,
what? We
okay,
just
good
wanted
luck,
bread.
Good luck keeping that job. Yeah, Byron, they want more brown bread. What do I do?
Fucking give it to him. What the hell?
But I think the experience is different for women because when I was in
Nah, it really
the
depends.
ice cream shop, okay,
I don't know. I think girl servers get it just as bad.
with
They get hit on a lot.
women,
That too. It's
a
creepy.
lot
Yes.
more. Yeah.
with women, they're more like they think you're stupid. And it's
Oh
like,
no, that's
don't-
universal.
Yeah, it's just very.
Well, people
demeaning.
love talking down to other people, especially their server.
But some women get better tips.
I get the dumbest people on the face of the planet. Like people who just have never gone out to eat before in their entire lives.
Someone asked me what dressing comes with a Caesar salad yesterday. I said Caesar, and she goes, "Is that a brown dressing?" I went, "No,
No.
You retard.
it's white. It's a creamy white dressing." She was 70 years old.
Oh,
How? And she didn't sound demented. But how do you live on this earth for 70 years and not know that Caesar dressing comes in a Caesar salad?
I like the word that you use. Demented.
Yeah, no, because if she was like, if she like kind of didn't know where she was and like, whatever, I'd feel bad for her. But she was just stupid.
I had these ladies the other day. They were so nice, but like they had to have been in their 70s or 80s. They come in. They ask Drew at the bakery if we have apple crisp. He tells them no. It's the one thing we're out of. They come to the table like, "Do you have apple crisp?" I'm like, "Yeah, we still have it." Like on the menu, I thought they meant we're out of it. I tell them, and then they're like, "So like, one, why are you asking that?" Then they pay for everything, whatever, and they're like, "Do you have our TD bank card?" I was like, "You only gave me a gift card." They're like, I gotta find it. I was like, okay. She's like, I don't know where I put it. Then I give her a TD Bank pen to write with.
Oh no.
And she's like, wait, let me see that again. I give it to her. She's like, oh, it's a pen. I was like, what did you think it was?
I think I'm a TD employee, and I just like.
She's like, can I have my card back? I was like, you never gave it to me. I was like, I don't know where you
I
put
hate
it.
that. The worst is when you do lose someone's credit
Oh,
card,
I've
though,
done
and you're
that.
like, fuck. Like, it's the end of the world for 20 seconds, and then eventually someone's like, yeah, you left this here.
That happened to me last week. The guy's like, do you have my card? I was like, fuck. I went to every manager. I'm like, did anyone give you a card or anything? They're like, no. I was like, oh my God. I go back to the table. I was like, oh, I dropped it right here when you gave me the thing back. I was like, dude, you just gave me a heart attack for
Yeah, I know.
like 2 minutes.
You feel like completely responsible for their bank account, even though it makes no sense. They'll just cancel it.
People are horrible.
Are they?
They are.
Oh,
in,
yeah.
In that
Yes.
area, in the
They most definitely
Dix Hills,
are.
Huntington area, horrible.
I know. I went to your job.
No. Like,
I've been to your job once. I know.
No,
I
the
know your
women-
pain.
The women next to me when I was eating, waiting for him to finish.
Oh, yeah.
She was just so dismissive and rude. It was
I think that's to Nikita.
They got
too.
that money.
They do that to
They don't
Nikita
care.
a lot.
Whenever somebody comes in and they have a fur coat, I already know my job's gonna get way worse than it was 20 minutes
You
ago.
Get a
see,
fur
the
sweater.
thing with me is, yeah, obviously, if you're not nice, you're gonna get fired. But like, I don't give a shit. Like, I really don't.
Your entire mood's gonna change when you're actually working and you're like, I don't got time for this.
When you see the money you're making, and you're like, you know what?
Maybe.
Whatever, I gotta
well,
get brown bread.
I haven't. I haven't
Alright,
gotten
whatever.
any of that money yet. But if I don't, like, I don't give a shit.
My favorite's when I go to a table and I'm like, hello, my name is Diet Coke. I'm like,
Yeah. Well, all right.
right.
I guess my name's Diet Coke.
That's the worst. And it's always a Diet Coke. It's nothing else. It's not like a Sprite. It's Diet Coke every time. I don't know what the hell that is. Or when I go to a table and there's just one woman, she just won't shut her mouth. And I'm trying to like greet myself and she's just still going. I'm just like, I sometimes I just walk away.
No, the best is, we're ready to order.
Where are your burgers again?
I can give you a few minutes. No, it's fine.
6 other tables. He's not exaggerating right now. I hope you know this.
How many fried mac and cheese balls are there? 4. Okay.
You think that would feed everyone at the table?
You think that's enough for 5 of us? You think everybody gets a ball? No. No. Okay.
What do you recommend? Oh my God.
What's good? Someone ordered a drink last night. They go, fuck, what was it called? Is the passion margarita nasty? I'm like, no, it's not. What am I gonna say?
It's fucking hard.
It's nasty.
No, it depends. Because if we had a drink, you remember the pineapple fucking pepper shit? That drink that we
Oh,
used to
that
have?
spicy pineapple. Yeah,
that shit. You would smell someone making that from like across the restaurant. That shit was nasty. And when people ordered it, I was like, "You're gonna send it back." Every time it was like it literally smelled like straight
I
pepper.
don't know. So you ask, like, do
Hey.
you like this? I guess you don't say, is it nasty? Like,
I hate
as an
when
employee, am I really gonna just say, like,
I tell people if
not that I give a fuck, but
like when people order the lasagna, I tell them
I
no.
know.
I'm like, don't get it.
the verde? You don't
Yeah.
like that?
Because a
I
lot
like
of people send it back. I always get a comp on it. It sucks. It's all mushrooms. it's
a mushroom pasta.
I was just gonna say something
what?
about lasagna.
What? Every time we all right, ready? Obviously, I'm Italian, and she's Spanish. Whenever we go to a family event, it's pasta. It's pasta, lasagna,
Bread and
ziti.
I mean,
and bread and pasta. Or do you want the pasta with the chicken, or the pasta with the seafood, or the pasta by itself, or the pasta with the bread, or the sandwich with the pasta? No rice.
I agree.
No
There's no
rice.
fucking rice, and it's
No-
insulting.
Because we're Italian, it's all pasta
I gained
all
like
the time.
5 freaking pounds in like one sitting.
What's wrong with that?
eating.
What's wrong with pasta?
And nothing.
rice is better,
Makes you fat.
You're Spanish,
right?
so you were growing up
Hell,
with.
fucking yeah.
There's so much
Just-
variety in a Spanish household. Not just,
I agree.
different kinds of pasta.
I agree.
It's alright. Our kids will learn. And
To
he
eat
will
pasta.
Starve.
Oh my god.
He doesn't even eat rice, and I don't know what he's gonna do because I
I
eat
eat
rice
rice.
with almost all.
If it's mixed in with stuff like
I gave
Chipotle.
all right. So he went to my house for Thanksgiving, and that's the best place you could be because you get a 5-star meal.
5-star.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's a
And-
shit ton of food.
5
too.
stars.
You fuck.
You get chicken, you get pasta, you get the ziti, you get you get rice, you get anything that you want. I gave him all of it on a plate mixed in. He ate everything except for the rice.
What is wrong with you?
I don't like
Ex-
yellow rice.
What?
White rice is
Really?
so bland.
like it.
What
I
is
like yellow
wrong
rice. Like
with this
Spanish
guy?
yellow rice, right?
Yeah, I don't like
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I like that.
You don't like it.
I'm not a fan of it.
You like pork fried rice?
I don't like Asian food.
And
Wow.
you wanna
At
go
all.
to
It's 2018, Anton.
I
wanna
know.
go to
I should be more
Japan.
cultural. Did you?
There is seriously something wrong with you.
No, he's gonna starve in the house we get because I'm gonna cook.
This
There
guy
were
said he doesn't like Sorry to cut you off.
No,
He
it's
said he
fine.
doesn't like yellow Spanish rice
I'm just not a fan.
or pork fried rice. That's what's really.
I don't
hitting
like
me.
Asian food.
What the fuck?
I don't eat it. I'm not a fan.
Dude,
I
pork
think
fried
if you
rice with some
find what
soy
you
sauce.
Like, you
Oh.
can't
I
say
do
all
find what I
Asian-
like.
Not all Asian food. You
I
just
eat
haven't
like sesame
tried
chicken
all
and
of it,
stuff
yeah.
and things like that. I just don't. If there's Asian food as an option, I'm not gonna get
It's
it.
not your first
Yeah.
pref.
You tell him, Anton. The man knows what he wants.
There was just such a variety in my house. There were meatballs. My grandmother made him meatballs because he was Italian. She did it for
Did he
him.
And I
eat it?
appreciate
Yeah, he ate
that.
You
But there were
fucking
like
better.
patelillos,
Mamita
chicken,
made those
any kind of
meatballs, right?
chicken you
Grandma,
wanted.
your meatballs are garbage.
You should try my grandpa's meatballs.
You're like, oh, this fucking sucks.
I throw it at her. That'd be so bad.
You better,
I'm sorry.
You better
I love your grandma.
You better respect Mamita's meatballs, right?
That'd be so bad because
And she makes sure before I eat, she's like, "Did you serve him first?" Before I eat, she's like, "Make sure he's not even there yet." I'm like, "Yeah, it's in the microwave." I packed him a whole big thing. She's like, "Make sure he has leftovers. Make sure he's fed. Make sure he eats it. Make sure he eats a second plate."
And he throws
Doesn't
it
eat the
What
away.
have you done to her? She like scared of you or something?
I don't know.
No, she just thinks he's like
No, I know.
the
I'm just
best.
kidding.
I was at Chipotle the other day. I don't even know if I could even say this. I was on Xbox has a thing now on an app where you can be in the party on your phone.
24/7.
Yeah. I've heard that. Yeah.
So I'm talking to him after I left work. So I'm on Xbox, like talking to him instead of just being on the phone or whatever. And I go to Chipotle and I'm ordering, and I have a sweatshirt on, so they don't know I'm on Xbox or anything. And he's talking the entire time I'm ordering. So I'm trying not to laugh. And they're like, "What beans would you like? Like rice, brown rice, beans. I'll have the black beans." He's like, "Yeah, the Negro beans." And I'm like,
Fucking guy.
"Dude, come on!" I'm like,
Wait,
"You
so-
can't be saying."
So were you
shit
streaming that?
like that." What?
Like that whole thing with Xbox? Or he was
No.
he was just joining
He's
you
just- yeah.
online.
It's,
Okay.
it's like I don't know if you have an Xbox or not, but
No.
basically like he could just send in like if he goes on the app on his phone, plugs in anything that can go into the phone that has a mic, and he could just invite me to a party. And we
That's
could
pretty
talk.
cool.
And I could be on my.
So I could talk to like
So
8
it's
people,
like being on the phone.
pretty much.
but you could
in
talk
an
to
app.
8,
But in a
7
video game,
people
yeah.
at one
Do
time.
you only get audio, or do you get video too?
You can only get audio.
You can only get audio.
but
It's
it's
like
funny
it's like
though.
it's like just being on the mic, like
Yeah,
say
yeah,
PlayStation.
yeah.
or
It's funny though.
whatever.
I was in a party with him. We got pulled over once.
You want to tell that story?
Again, it's a pretty funny story. So pretty much, you know, it's whatever. We're in a party talking whatever.
It's on my
Usual-
Instagram if
the
you want to go
usual-
do it on.
The usual garbage, and he went to a car meet that you originally weren't even gonna go to.
It was right after work.
Yeah, and
I
you were
had my
and you
car
were
with
like,
me.
you know what? Fuck it, I'll drive through. And so he goes,
I'm right there.
he goes,
Yeah, but is that? Oh,
he goes, drives through it, and then as he's leaving,
I'll tell
there's
you one.
there's people peer pressuring him. Oh, do a burnout, da 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 da. da.
I've
And
showed you
obviously,
this stuff, but
obviously he's not gonna do it.
that one right there, the middle video.
Yeah, right there. Obviously he's not gonna do it. But he's like, you know what? I'm gonna give him a little something, something. I'm gonna give him a little something to talk about, and this is the something. And I'm in a party with him. He's
I'm on
talking-
Xbox at the moment, talking to him while he's home playing Xbox.
oh yeah, I saw this.
Yeah.
You get pulled over.
I do this right here, the exact commentary. Fuck!
Yeah, and then I'm like, oh, and then it's just silence from then.
I turned my car off already. It's already off.
And but from my perspective, this is all I hear from my perspective. After he says fuck, I hear some engine noises. I hear the engine turn off, and then I hear blinkers. And then once I heard the blinkers, I was like, this stupid son of a bitch. And then the rest of the time, I hear the officer like and everything, and I'm like, and I'm screaming. I'm like, at that point, I kind of knew he was already pulled over, but I'm screaming like, yo, like, what is happening? What is going on? And then like after, because you didn't have it in anymore after you got pulled over, and I was like, this kid's an idiot. And I think I still if I go back far enough in my stories, I remember that night because we met up after that. Remember?
Oh yeah, you
At
came
the
to
Sonic.
the meet.
And then it's literally the first thing I did. I put you on my story, and I was like, "You're a fucking idiot." I'm pretty sure it's there. I have to find it.
Peer pressure. That's what peer pressure does to you.
Yeah.
Do you know
so
what's crazy? I don't ever get pulled over unless it's at an event. It's always I do something dumb.
You think you're such a big shot with your fucking car.
It's
and
the
your
peer-
fancy car shows. The cops know it.
It's when everyone looks at you and they're like,
Yeah,
like,
do something.
"Fuck it,
Yeah.
I have to." And then it's
You have to.
you were in the
You
car
have
when I got
to.
pulled. She was in the car when I got pulled out of the car in
I
Ocean
was so
City.
mad.
You were mad
Yeah.
at me?
No.
Oh,
Is this your car?
yeah.
I think I got it. Yeah, this is it right here. Listen. Fucking stupid. That was
Right,
on February
right after I did
18th.
that slide, I go into the Sonic parking lot at Deer Park, and somebody's like, "Yo, send it out of here." I drifted it again right out. And he's like, "Did you just fucking do it again?" I was like, "What?" I was like, "There's no cops," which there easily could have been
that's
right around
what
the
that's
corner.
what they
Don't,
want
yeah.
you to think.
Yeah, exactly.
Can you pass me the water?
No,
Give it to me.
I said no.
Where are we at time wise?
Really far.
115.
Damn, son.
Oh yeah. Damn.
Do you want to talk about your period or anything?
Do you want to talk about your period?
Wow.
That starts next week. I don't want
feel
to talk
like
about it.
guys get periods. They just don't bleed.
We get moody.
Yeah.
Okay.
We get faithful to the same girl too long, and we get we get emotional.
She's ready to throw hands.
And guys get moody. Guys,
I agree.
are sensitive. Which guys should be sensitive and shouldn't be afraid to express that.
Yeah.
I don't think guys should. This stereotypical, you have to be a macho man and you can't cry and you can't express yourself is so dumb.
The statistic is that men commit suicide like 4 times more than women because they just hold everything in.
Because they're fucking pussies.
Yeah, you should.
Because they're fucking pussy.
Don't
I
listen to
miss
Adrian.
that. It's like right. You guys should, like, hey, want to hang out with your like guy friends and just cry. Just cry.
No. I mean, you're
Wow.
laughing, but like it's true.
It could
It helps
help.
a lot.
You know
Like,
what
listen.
I do?
Hang out. Yeah, I'm not gonna be like, Adrian, come
No.
over. I gotta cry.
No,
Show up.
when I'm PMSing and I just feel like I have to cry, call Nadia. We get food. We watch a really sad movie. Cry. We laugh about it, and I feel better.
Adrian, I'm sorry, I can't do that with you. I really
You
can't.
don't have to.
Bro,
hold
come
his
over. I gotta
hand.
cry, man.
We're gonna watch The Notebook and we're gonna get some
Not
Ben and
the
Nah,
Jerry's.
but not like that,
Notebook.
you fucking dickhead.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, it's like it's different. Like I've done this with like Antonio and them because they're pussies. No, let me stop.
Stop.
No,
Everyone's
no,
a
but like I
pussy.
mean, I've done it myself. But like if you're feeling like emotional about something, like,
Yes, you
just
call
talk about it.
someone. Yes, call someone. Be like, come over. I'll look like a mess in front of you because you're not gonna judge me. Who cares? And I'm gonna.
Well,
you
I
know,
don't have to
pick
be in
myself back
person to
up
do
and-
it.
Yeah, or you can call someone, or but I like having
Xbox
someone-
Live parties.
Yeah,
Do it over Xbox.
or call me.
You're being Gabe.
And if listen, I'm sorry. I'm willing to. I already do this with some of my friends.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I already do this. But the way if one of you guys, like one of my boys comes to me like that, like obviously I'm gonna feel for you and I'm gonna understand it, but I'm still gonna call you a pussy.
Well, that'll make.
That's
him
why you
laugh.
can't-
That'll make anyone
Exactly. That's
laugh,
why I
yeah.
do it. It makes them
Depending
laugh.
on the
Like,
situation.
no. Hold up. Before you go into that, this is a great story, and he's gonna kill me for saying this, but I'm
It's
gonna
okay.
say it anyway.
Sorry.
So, but this was
This
like
is a safe space.
this was back in high school.
The studio is the safe
This was
space.
back in high school with Jeremy. It was like one of his girlfriends that he was with for like a long time,
Oh, man.
and they split up, right? And like obviously it hurt.
Emotional.
And then I remember we were all in an Xbox Live party, and and then one of our other friends called him on the phone, so we heard their conversation, I think. And then and he was like, "Yo, man, I just want to jump out the window right now." And then his friend, one of our friends, was like, "Yo, you're such a fucking pussy!"
Oh,
like I
man.
was like, "Oh my god."
I mean, it really depends on the situation. Like
Nah,
that,
but like,
that's
dude,
different.
It was so
but like,
funny. It was the funniest
if you're
shit in
going
the
through a
world.
hard time, human instinct when you're sad, water comes out of your eyes. It's okay. Don't fight it.
Kyle
Don't.
would be like, "Nah, that shit's."
yeah.
Kyle would feel the urge to cry, and he'd be like, start punching himself in the face, like, "No, you stop being a pussy."
It's just normal, and I think when people try to mask it with anger, you just get into like this ball, and you can't come back from it. Not for a while, not really. So cry on a shoulder, cry on a bed,
Cry on
someone
Adrian.
else.
Crown me.
Yeah.
Hit me up. You guys know
Don't
my
hit up
Instagram.
Adrian. He'll call you a pussy.
We'll watch
You
a
guys know
sad
my
movie,
Instagram.
We'll eat food. We'll laugh about it. You'll feel better. Or you can just talk on Xbox if you want to do that.
I mean, I feel bad for some people, like that guy. I'm not gonna say his name, but like the guy that I messaged yesterday. Like he's been posting stuff for a while.
Yeah, but I mean,
I'm like,
that goes into another thing that like people deal with that type of
depression's
stuff
different
in a
than being
different
upset.
way.
Yes.
Like being upset, whatever. Yeah, call him a pussy, but like depression, I think is a completely
Yeah,
different
that's
situation.
something obviously I won't.
Like that kid yesterday, I was like, dude. I told him everything. Like he was just, he's been through a lot. Like the shit he was saying, I was like, oh my god. So I just kept telling him everything. I was like, this happened to me. This. I was like, you just have to look at the one positive.
I think the main thing is that like people need to know that they're not alone.
Well, yeah.
You're never.
But you're
no,
not.
You're never.
You
alone.
can't talk about. I want to do a podcast eventually about like depression and stuff, but like, you can't talk about it. It's like taboo. Like
Talk about what?
Depression and shit
How's
like
that
that.
I think
taboo?
you're.
No
Everybody
one-
talks about depression.
But
Every other
no,
meme I
na-
see is it's okay to be depressed.
No, every meme
and
is
you're
like
not alone,
it's
and I
about
suffer
killing
from
yourself.
depression and
I feel like
anxiety.
that's
and,
But then you're like you're
and
shit
it's-
on after that.
No, if
no,
you're,
you're
No, a lot of the people I see, they'll read something and be like, why are you even following that person?
I don't know. I just see a long list of comments of no, it's okay. You know, I've done this, I've done that. I think,
But it's not people that they
everyone's-
know personally. Because once
Okay, fair enough.
once someone knows that like personally, they're like, you know what I mean? Like they're just like, eh.
but I feel like you should be able to talk about
But
it.
people
and
can't.
I think it's the.
So
But
main-
you
therapy.
That's what
I think it's the
I'm going
depression
for.
memes that really made me like be like better able to, because I
Yeah.
I was for a little bit, and I know I've been calling a bunch of people pussy, but I was a pussy at some point, and I dealt with the same
Takes
shit.
one to know one.
Back in my day, I
No,
called
but I'm
everybody a
serious,
pussy.
though. It
But
was-
now I've changed.
No, but like it was like 2-3 years ago, maybe. Obviously, first like
When Adrian
real-
was the biggest
first,
pussy.
Yeah, first like real relationship. Obviously, like shit went down and everything. And I was depressed about it. I was, and then after I got over that, like it hasn't happened again.
You've been less
and
of a
I
pussy?
think yes, and I think a big part of it is the depression memes because they're fucking hilarious. I think they're hilarious.
I think the internet in that way, sharing that everybody has some sort of problem or some sort of issue. It's nice that there's a community that's like, hey, you're not alone. And I think when you are close with people, you need to show everything. You need to. I like to be. This is who I am.
Transparent.
If you don't like it, then I can't help you. But
If you don't like it, go fuck yourself.
yeah. And I think there are certain people you can talk to.
You need to
that are gonna
realize
have your back.
there's a positive in everything.
Silver
You really
lining.
like holding.
No matter what happens,
You
it's
wanna
free
be a
real
rapper?
estate.
I also think
You want to be a rapper?
I think depression and anxiety, they're universal feelings for everybody.
Everybody.
I
goes
think at
through-
one point everybody
feels
gets
it.
depressed, so everybody gets
Yeah.
anxiety because they're mentally dealing with things. Wow. Jesus Christ.
Loud. What the fuck was that?
Everyone gets at different levels. But like I was talking to the kid because like he was talking about all these like horrible things. I was like, you just have to look at least one positive. I was like, my stepmom died. Positive there. My dad actually bonded with me for the first time in my
Yeah.
entire life. You know what he said to me? This hit me like I was like, Jesus. He was like talking to my brother about baseball. He's like, Anton, why didn't you play baseball? I was like, Dad, I played for 8 years. He's like, and then he looked at me. He's like, wow, I really
I'm a
did.
shitty dad.
And, like, that hit me. I was like, damn. Like, like I know a lot of it was drugs and everything. But I was
Wow.
like, damn.
Dad, I
There's a
played baseball for
realization.
8 years, 7 years.
And he's like, oh, I didn't really go to your
God.
games. I was like, apparently not.
Thanks, Dad.
Thanks, Dad. But he hit me up yesterday talking about my channel and stuff, and then he was like,
Now he's your dad because you're fucking famous.
he was like, he was talking to me about drifting, which I've been trying to talk to him about for years, and he just never. It was just never.
Hasn't even? Didn't he text you the other day? He was like, "Yo, when are you gonna drift your car?" And you were like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
'Cause he's like, it's always broken. I'm like, dude, Dad, it's a car from the '90s. I was like, shit happens. It's just not always broken. Just
yeah.
whenever he hits me up, something stupid tends to happen.
Just a quick. What the fuck was I gonna say? Quick fun fact that I've decided that with my car, I'm gonna beat the shit out of it.
Do it.
It's not a show car. It's not gonna look pretty all the time. I want to drive that thing 110%.
So wrap it, paint it.
Yes. And I'm gonna beat the hell out of it.
Okay.
But
I want to
he-
go sideways.
He hit me up and he's like, I need a new hobby. Apparently, because my stepmom's gone. He has nothing to do now. And he's
That just
like,
hurt me.
he's like, I want to get into drifting or something. I need a hobby. He's like, come teach me about it. I was like, all right, because he's into like $100,000 cars.
Isn't
like,
that super dangerous too, drifting?
I mean, if you go to a track, you're fine.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So now I'm probably gonna go to his house eventually and like try and teach him all this shit and be like, you could buy this car for $4,000, throw this in for $2,000, and you're pretty much good to go. And he's gonna. He was like, "Oh, can I just pay someone to do all this?" I was like, "Yeah, you can have a
Yeah.
shop do whatever you want, but like it costs way less than your Range Rover." But
I mean, he could do what you did.
yeah,
But the only thing is, like, your car, obviously.
I know way more
look-
now.
It looks nice still, but you still like it's like at its core, it's like
It's a beast.
it's the perfect drift
yeah,
platform.
it's just that I'm going Rocket Bunny. If nobody knew that, so I don't want to fuck that kid up. I'm gonna be,
Which is why I kind of don't agree with you wanting to get that.
but I'm not gonna.
because
slide-
you already kind of pussy your car a little bit.
But if my dad
Like, you
does
kinda
what he's gonna
baby it.
do, I'll just drift with him in that car. Why fuck up my car when we can fuck up his car? Right?
Right.
Right.
I guess
He's got money to blow. I don't. I'm 23. He's in his 40s. He's got money
Yeah.
pouring out of his ass.
And we're pregnant, so.
Surprise! No.
You heard it here first.
Matt was like, "Fuck."
That's yeah. I felt your pain. I was like, oh.
His eyes open.
He's like, "That's why we were talking about that before."
Well,
can you fucking imagine?
Matt's like, "We see you more
That's
at
how you gotta
cheesecake
break
now."
it to.
I know, right?
You know,
Someone's
we're
picking up
pregnant.
extra shifts.
Jesus.
Yeah, no way.
Just
Yeah.
watch that clip I was showing him. Elise is a real talk.
No, that's
Oh my
disgusting.
No, should
My-
I look it up?
My grandmother, she's
Yes.
really like
No, no,
weird.
no.
Elise is
The,
real
the
talk.
host says no. I gotta.
Fuck the
I'm
host.
sorry.
Dude, the
I'm
video's
the-
like
I'm the
40
host.
minutes long of a shit show. You're gonna have to like dig through the entire video.
I could find it right now. Give you $1.
give you $1. What were you saying?
Oh, I didn't tell you. Mom is really weird with like babies, and I told you every time she has like a dream, someone ends up pregnant.
God.
She predicted that I
God.
was gonna be pregnant within 3 years.
That's such a
She just,
wide
like-
window, though. Like,
No, but she,
No, it's not.
Every time she has a dream of a baby, the next day someone calls her and tells her in my family that they're pregnant. Every single time.
in 4 years, you're gonna get a cold.
Probably. Don't get stressed out. It's okay. You'll love him.
I need a few years. It's a girl. I
You'll
want a
love
girl.
him.
I need a few years. I can't have a kid right now. I'm broke.
Oh, what does everyone think about the name Atreus? I'm just gonna leave
We could do
that out
Atreus.
there.
God of War.
Atreus.
You
What
know his
does
name? You
everyone
know?
think about
Oh,
that
I don't want to
name?
ruin the game for you. Never mind.
In the comments, just leave your opinion. Okay.
We discussed this already. It's
All right.
it's
The
it's not a
comments-
bad. It's as a first name.
The comments are gonna be like, "Name's fucking
As a
stupid."
first name. As a first name. No.
I would love it as a middle
No,
name.
but as a middle name, that is a perfect name. But if you have a son, and you really think that it's a good idea, as his first name,
I don't want a
to
son.
be Atreus.
He doesn't even want a son.
You're
This was
the
our
only-
backup plan.
You're
This
the
was
only
like,
guy I've ever heard who says I don't want a son.
They fuck shit up. They're annoying.
You're a boy.
Yeah, but you don't have to worry about them getting pregnant.
I don't care. Yeah, but I have to worry about him knocking girls up. I don't want to deal
Yeah.
with that shit.
And
I'd
she's
rather
gonna
that.
wanna move
I'd rather my
in.
daughter get child support than my son be like, "Oh, I gotta go bankrupt."
She's not gonna get pregnant. Okay.
See,
gonna
you're
be
thinking, you're
perfect.
thinking about all this, like, oh, what if she gets, like, what kind of child do you think you're gonna be?
I
raising?
don't. They're thinking of this. I don't care. That's
I
why.
said she's not gonna
That's
get
why. That's what
pregnant.
his thinking is.
If she says that she's not, then she's not.
We're
No,
gonna
I'm not gonna raise a
You're not-
fucking
yeah,
whore.
yeah, no, not.
Whoa, whoa! First of all,
Whoa.
the term "whore"
Can be
and
universal.
slut shaming
Oh
is
my god,
so
that's not what I
Oh
meant.
my
broad.
God.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Can't just be throwing that around.
No, let her speak. Let her speak. I want to hear
Can't
what she
just
has
be
to
throwing
say.
that. You know what? I dealt with in high school a lot of slut shaming. I didn't even freaking do anything. Just to put that out there. But if I did, you know,
I would own it.
no. But what is? I just
Not
feel
wrong.
like there's so many worse things that I could have been called than a slut. I could have been called a murderer. I could have been called like there's so many things.
I mean,
You know, a rapist.
Yeah,
like,
murderer
there's
doesn't
so many
sting
things.
really. Like, but slut is like, ooh.
Yeah, but there's so many things you can be like attach your name with. Like, yeah, they killed someone, they're a murderer. Yeah, they raped someone, they're a rapist. You know what? If you're gonna call me a slut, like,
I think
that's
rapist
the best
is
thing.
top.
Yeah, you
Rapist is
can-
pretty bad.
Yeah, I just feel like slut shaming. We need to, in society, tone that down because, you know, it's too complex. It's not black and white. I just want to.
You're right, but that'll never stop.
It won't, and
'Cause-
that's the sad thing.
Yeah, girls just love to be like, oh, that fucking slut. Like,
yeah, like no.
just like calling guys pussy. Like, it's just,
Mhm.
that's never gonna stop.
I was called a slut so much in high school that me and my best friend just started calling it to each other because the word has no substance anymore. It's
Yeah.
just like, yeah, you're a slut. Oh, okay,
Hey,
I'm a
slut, how you doing?
Exactly.
Yeah,
like, you know, hey, whore. Like, what's
me,
up?
me and my friend Kyle, we call each other the F word all the
I
time.
don't like that word.
And
That's
she
why he's
hates
not
it,
saying
so I can't say it
Fuck?
around her.
What?
No.
now? Oh,
faggot.
Okay. All right. All right.
My whole thing with
use
words.
that word too all the time.
My whole thing
She
with
hates it.
words and language, it's all about context. Like if
Well, yeah.
there's no hate in the word,
Hold up.
Hold on.
No. What you just said
It's
could
true.
solve
Yes.
all the bullshit
Nobel Peace Prize.
that goes on in
But there's
everyday
just some
life.
words in history,
Context
like
is
the N word
everything.
ending in ER. You just
That's
can't
pretty
say
bad.
it. You can't say it.
if you're
Yes.
white,
Not-
You see, yes.
If you're
not wrong about
any
that.
other race besides
white.
African
You're not wrong
American.
about that. 100%,
No,
not saying
Chinese
right?
people can say it. Spanish people can say it,
Wait,
and
what?
nobody gives a fuck.
Did
But
you
the context is what matters.
Yes, but that word in particular, you just can't use it. You cannot use the N word ending in ER and say,
Yeah,
hey,
ER is
my-
pretty bad.
Yeah, like
ER.
I mean,
ER 's
obviously
pretty bad.
going back in
can't.
history, you can't say that word. So for that word, I think is an exception to the rule of context.
The-
Can't say it.
I mean, you see, my issue with that is, if one's bad, they're all bad.
No, it's not just black and white. You're making it too simple. Nothing is simple. Everything has layers, like an onion.
You know what? Hold up. No, because
Gotta
this
peel
was
it.
this is my thing with it. You what you're saying is making sense, but am I wrong by saying this? If one is this bad, then they're all gonna be that bad. If we can't say one, then nothing else should be said.
No,
I'm trying to
because
think
there
of
is the
other.
rule. There's always an exception
I'm
to
trying
a
to
rule.
think of
though.
other racial slurs.
But there's always
There's
an
a lot.
exception to a rule.
We're not gonna say him.
I mean,
There's a
like,
good
let's-
amount.
Like, people say a bunch of other things all the time, like in terms of racial slurs, but once
Yeah.
they say the N word, like,
But
Oh my
no,
God.
But ending in
I mean, that
ER,
was
I
bad.
think the way you spell it and the substance, because the other way you say it is well said a lot, even though there's still controversy, but it's more acceptable to say it one way than the other way.
It
The
also
other way is
depends on
just
where you
crossing the
live.
line. Yeah, true.
Yeah, that's pretty universally
If you
agreed
live in
upon.
Long Island, can't say it. Sorry.
Did you see that on H3H3 podcast? There was they were watching a video. It was this, I forgot who it was. It was some guy in the government, and he was a black guy, and he's like, the word black hole is racist.
shut the fuck
And somebody's
up.
interviewing. He's like, what about blackboard? He's like, no. He's like, so why is black hole racist? He's like, it's the context. He's like, what are you talking about? You could probably look it up right now. It's like
Yeah, we
black
can't-
hole racist.
That stuff doesn't end. People say grilled cheese was racist at one point.
What?
Yeah, like I couldn't even get into the logic behind that, but there was an article and a headline. So I don't know.
Well, you always
And
have
a
your
headline.
extremists and everything. You have
Yeah.
the extreme part, but I just think nothing is simple. Okay, even though we're in the Simple Talks podcast, this is not simple. Okay.
Wow, that was really good.
Wrapping it up.
Wow. Round of applause for that.
This is Bree's podcast. She's taking over the channel.
All the car shit will be stopping.
We're gonna go just to feminine
There's
things.
no more gaming
Just
videos.
feminine.
The
That's
D
not
Rice
just feminine.
videos, those are done.
For everyone.
Okay, she's gonna do
All
videos for everyone.
inclusive. For everyone.
So there'll be a car.
I'm selling the
like
car
once a
because we're
month.
having a kid.
We're having three.
Oh my god.
Just 1, 2.
I'm selling everything. If you guys want,
All boys.
just one.
Wait, so you want boys?
I do want a girl, but I would also prefer a boy
That's
first.
I am too.
Yeah. If I could do it in one shot, like twins, just one shot, and then have my tube tied, and then him get snipped, perfect scenario.
I like how you do the double, the double
Wow.
protection. Like the
See.
tubes are tied and he's getting snipped.
Oh, I'm getting snipped. Like,
Both.
bad.
He doesn't even have a problem. There's some guys that are like, no, you can't take my manhood. Like, shut up.
I don't give a shit. I don't need another kid after that.
Nope. They're too expensive.
You know what's weird though? I had a dream last night that we had a kid.
Yeah.
No, this is bad because your grandma had one too. This is bad.
Whoa.
We're going to be stable by then, all right? And even if we aren't, kids are gifts.
In the
okay?
dream, her grandma had a kid.
That's what you were saying.
No, my grandmother had a dream of us having a kid, and
Oh,
he had a dream of
I
us
thought
having
he had a dream about your grandma having a kid.
No,
Well, I
that'd be
mean-
weird.
That's why I was like, what the fuck?
No. Was it a girl or a boy?
It was a boy. I wasn't. It was Tomas's partner in crime. Tomas.
You know, I haven't seen the legend himself in like.
I only get
So,
to see him on Instagram.
We have
My old
We
landlord
have-
was called Tomas. Yeah.
My cousin's name is Thomas.
because my sister had a kid, as you know. His name's Thomas.
His name is Thomas.
But the uncle group, which is my friend group, we call him Tomas.
I was the first one to call him
He
Tomas.
started it, and my sister and my family fucking hate
Tommy.
it. They fucking hate it. My sister gets so mad. My grandparents are like, stop calling him Tomas. He's gonna think that's his name. I'm like, he's not fucking retarded.
Yeah, like
He's.
I mean, when I think of him, I think of Tomas. Only because
Thank you.
it's a name in my family already, and it's just like Thomas. Like, no, I don't want to think of Thomas the train. I want to think of
It's Tomas, the prodigy. Thank you.
Thomas
He's a
the
legend.
Prodigy.
We have all of his names already.
Like he's a legend.
The heir
Every-
to our memes.
Every time I see him, I call him Ask James. Every time I see him, every picture that I see of him, I'm like, yo, he's a legend.
We gotta
But
go
I
with the
will
Tomas.
respect the mother's name. You know, she named her kid. It's Thomas. But in my head, it will always be Thomas.
God, what a thing I've started.
Yeah, you did it. It's your fault.
She's gonna kill me. I'm gonna send her just this part.
And she's gonna be just like, who the fuck is that white
But,
kid?
you know, mom has the final say, so gotta respect Thomas.
I'm just gonna get his name legally changed. I told her I was like,
Yeah, go through your sister
she said
with
that,
that.
she said that he's not allowed in my car till he's at least 4.
Wow, that's still a pretty young age.
I mean, I'll take it. And then I was like, you're gonna hate me because he's gonna want dumb cars in the future, like how 240s are our things right now. FRSs and everything are gonna be that time frame. And she's like, I'm like, you're gonna hate when he pulls up in an old Japanese car in like 2030 or some
She'll
shit.
just send it to our house. How much you want to bet?
2030 will be 12. That doesn't make sense.
Oh, God. I'm going to be so old.
You're gonna be old, old Aunt Bree. You're gonna be old. We're all gonna
me?
be old.
Wait,
Yeah, we all get old. It happens. I got 2.5 good years left.
2.5.
I'm
Only
done.
2.5.
I'm done. I'm 27.
That's so.
Uh.
30 is the
No,
new
I know. I'm kidding.
20.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
30 is the new 20.
30 to 50 is nice. 50 to 60 is nice, and then everything else just goes to
So
shit.
Why are
30.
those two the nice ones?
Because like 30 to 50, you're an adult,
Yeah.
and 50 to 60, you're like an old adult, but your shit's not really going wrong yet. You know what I mean?
'Cause you
Like
don't have to-
50s is a
60
good 50 is nice, but when you're 60 something,
You don't have to care
you look
anymore.
defeated.
You
You
don't
look
have to
defeated.
care.
I already stopped. I stopped caring after 18, but
Like out of high school, I'm done.
yeah, I'm done. I'm done caring.
God, that's horrible. Defeated. Oh my god.
Who knows? Maybe we'll get Android body parts and stuff, and
I'm never doing that. I don't
we'll all
care.
live to 150.
I'm never.
I
doing
think
that.
I'm going to let myself go peacefully and not intervene with divine
I will never
intervention.
upload my
Whoa,
consciousness.
fuck you
anything
guys.
like that.
I'm going full
You're going to be
robot.
the new Nebula. You're gonna
Why
be like,
though? Like,
I don't think it's gonna be.
It's unnatural.
dude, you're gonna fucking die,
I believe in God.
Yeah.
dude.
I'm against
if
that.
someone, dude, if I'm dying, and if my arm gets amputated, and they're like, yo, we can give you a new arm right
That's
now.
different.
That's still now.
That's different. I'm talking about uploading your consciousness and everything. No, thank you.
Uploading it to what?
Just chip.
Anything.
Chip?
Chip.
Have you watched Black
whatever.
Mirror?
Oh, watch Black Mirror. It'll get you
watch that
really
crap.
thinking. No,
It's
it's,
on
not
Netflix.
crap. It's watch
No,
Black Museum.
Black
It's
Mirror.
so good.
Black Mirror is hit or miss. Some episodes are really good, and
It's
others are just like I just
disgusting, but
wasted
then-
my entire
yeah.
life.
Disgusting.
Yeah, it's disgusting. Watch Black Museum in Black Mirror. Black Museum is one of my favorites. It's so good. It's
But
so messed
when you
up,
say
but it's so
upload
good.
your consciousness to something, like what? Like
That-
what are
Okay.
you uploading?
And
it
Look
to?
it up because they've been talking about this about like
what
uploading.
are you
it.
like? What's receiving your consciousness?
I don't fucking know. I'm not.
computer.
I'm not the scientist in
Yeah.
all
I
this.
can kind of follow what Anton's saying.
Like so,
It's been
just,
talked
it's
about.
just like a computer.
Like, you know
oh,
how
give me your
you
consciousness.
store data in a chip?
Uh huh.
Our data in a chip.
Okay, and
Mind upload.
with that chip,
cool name.
what
I
can you
guess
do
it-
with that chip?
I guess
Live forever.
It makes you, you know,
Can I like put that chip in?
Think
a
about putting
robot
your
and then I'm
brain-
the robot.
I guess.
Think about
yeah.
putting your brain in an Android body.
Yeah, so
That's
it's
almost
like
kind of what it is.
the human body will disintegrate, but you will have your conscious.
I
in the
mean-
robot. But I don't like that. I don't mess.
It's
with that
it's a
stuff.
cool. The way I see it,
This is an Avengers.
the way I see it, like immortality. No, there's a reason why there's an end to everything, and there is an end to everything. So immortality doesn't
If you
exist
want
for a
a
reason.
Bucky robot arm, go for it.
A Bucky robot arm.
If you want to
yeah.
pull a Vision, I wouldn't do it. That's getting a little weird.
Yeah.
Why do you think he's such a pussy,
There was a game that I watched Markiplier play this entire thing. This was like years ago.
dude? You know,
It was this game blew my fucking mind at the end. So it's this guy. He's like underwater, but he's like in like this lab that was at the
Bioshock?
bottom of the sea. No.
what's
And-
the game called?
I totally forgot. But he wakes up in this like post-apocalyptic, like something happened, right? And he doesn't. At the end, he finds out that like you're trying to get your everyone's consciousness sent out to this like artificial heaven, You find out that this is like 600 years later. You got uploaded to a robot's consciousness, and that you successfully sent everyone out. So you have both consciousness now. One's in heaven and one's stuck at the bottom of the sea. It was like such a mind fuck. It was like, but the entire time you didn't know that. You thought you were just trying to
That
just...
reminds me of a game called Abzu that I played.
I don't know the name of it, but I wouldn't do it.
Well, you know how space is infinite? It could get infinitely bigger and infinitely smaller.
Mm-hmm.
That means
Space Stone.
There's infinite amount of U's, parallel U's,
amount of U's.
out,
W's.
out in the universe and inside like molecules. Infinite universes. Yep.
I'm okay with not knowing things. I wasn't meant to know
I feel
it.
like if we knew everything, our fucking brains would explode.
It would. And
Yeah, it
I
would.
don't need to ask questions. I'm fine.
Says 2 members of the smartest species on planet Earth right now. Like,
That's what we think.
we don't need to know stuff.
Okay, but what if we think we know it and it's all wrong?
Humanity ends and starts over again
What we don't know is dolphins know
How
everything.
do you know it's going to start over again?
because time's infinite. So everything happens.
Are you
And everything already happened.
Time is relative.
This
It's
whole
man-made.
conversation has already happened infinity amount of times.
All right, it is time for
Infinity
me to
War. Go watch Infinity War. Sponsor us. I don't know. Tell us what you thought about the movie. If you liked it.
Thanks for
If you
tuning
want to
into
see
my
us,
channel.
tune into Bree's channel. We're gonna change the name to the Breen. If you want to see, that was
So
gross.
bad.
Ew.
So bad.
The My First Period podcast.
Chapter 1.
If you want to see us go get period pains, pregnancy pains. If you want to see us go get our
Everyone's getting their
periods,
period.
let us know. We'll see you guys in the next
Oh,
one.
man.
Jesus Christ.
You want to see us go get our periods?